This has its own magic. This has its own magic.
Welcome.
Hey.
Are you all off to the side and shit?
I'm off to the side.
Yeah, you all off to the side.
I'm
There
off
you
to
go.
the side.
We in there.
I'm off to
We
the
in
side.
there like swimwear.
I'm off to the side.
Not
Okay.
anymore. Not anymore.
Oh, very good. Okay. We can keep going. We can do it again.
Welcome
Hey.
to episode 172 of what?
What are you sipping? What is that?
Coffee.
From where?
Inside my house?
You just have those cups just available?
Yes.
I never heard nothing like that in my life.
Nigga, I buy the. You buy
Who
the cup.
the fuck do you think you are?
A nigga with cups.
You should have said I'm funny toast.
I'm funny toasters with the posters.
That's the old dirty bastard, and I'm confused at this bougie ass nigga with this Starbucks cup to drink coffee in. Are you too good for mugs now?
What do you mean? Am I too good for? You
Are
gotta.
you too good for mugs?
Well, sometimes yeah.
Get him.
Well, see, all right. So between the lady and I, especially mainly because of the lady, because she drank more coffee, but she's she goes to Sac State. She's going back to school and such.
Nice.
So she has to travel with coffee, and she hates taking around the mug.
Makes sense.
So if you go to Amazon, they have these eco-friendly, fully biodegradable cups.
Eco-friendly.
Hey, bro, I love like this. I try to do as much for the little whole environment bullshit as I can.
The environment
bullshit.
bullshit.
That's one of the things I like about living here, because we have a company that I've always said should exist. It's called Recycology, and they pick up your trash, but they just sort it at the dump. So you don't have to worry about like people not sorting their trash, because most people just don't sort it. I mean, there are people who do, but a lot of people don't. So you end up with a lot of bottles, cans, and shit in the wrong, bins, and then they don't get sorted. They just get trash. Well, Recycology just takes it out and just says, all right, well, we'll just pay our people extra to sort it, and that's just more jobs and a better landscape overall. But at the same time, we just buy eco-friendly cups and nigga walk around with a cup.
There you go.
I mean,
That's pretty bougie.
Hey, look. I do not care. You know
Just
why?
admit that it's bougie.
Because I'm also black. I got ginger ale right here
What
to
the hell kind
keep
of
away the
shit?
COVID.
Oh,
Ginger ale greater than COVID.
I mean, as black people, we were just giving that for years. We just told, ginger ale, just drink ginger ale. There's no scientific proof. There's no scientific proof.
He got cold.
That shit works.
I thought for every time you're sick or your stomach was upset, ginger ale was like Alka-Seltzer. That shit was like, nah, you just take some of that ginger ale. Why? He told us that no Alka-Seltzer. God damn it.
Like I said,
Some of that ginger ale.
there's no proof that this is how this works, but we're just going to roll with that. Anyway, sir, other than being extra bougie now, how are you?
I'm bougie, living my quarantine life.
Quarantine life, yeah.
Yep.
How's quarantine life working for you?
Amazon. I can say that much. I know why Jeff Bezos made another $24 trillion. Or billion, whatever it was.
Hey, listen to me, man.
$24 billion.
I used to read a lot of the business books and shit just for the fuck of it. I'm technically in the business of the state of California. And so, I was looking at it, and one of the things that I read, I think it was in the 50 Laws of Power, is there is a sort of power in business to say no. Yeah. There's a power in that to be like, I'm good. Yeah, but I can offer you this much money. You can make this much. I'm good. Mm-hmm. There's a power in that. And I say that to say Amazon has so much money now that they're telling people to stop ordering.
Oh.
They're trying to convince people, hey, yo, you don't really need that. I mean, do you really need? You don't really need it. You really don't. Because they're really busy. Like, insanely busy. Like, some people thought that their business would halt. No, it's actually increased.
Yeah, how do you think people are getting shit? If people don't think that some moves are just predestined and some niggas is just lucky, remember that Jeff Bezos recently bought Whole Foods before all this shit went down.
Nigga bought a whole grocery chain.
And you know what that nigga doing?
What?
Amazon Fresh to motherfuckers' houses.
Yeah. and what's great about it, niggas don't have to leave the house, which they're being told not to leave the house. Mm-hmm. And if they, and they can still spend money. So, but the problem is, Amazon's having trouble Well, here's the deal. They're not even having trouble meeting the demand. Like, my wife ordered something the other day. She got it the next day. The next day, she got it. But the problem is, I think the workers are getting upset because they're being overworked like all hell.
Well, and you got to think about right now in the environment. I mean, they're just coming in contact with other people's places. Mm-hmm.
I
Nobody
mean,
wants
yeah. So Amazon's actually saying, "Yo, we don't really need this money."
Yeah. We're just gonna go back to that whole book shit.
Yeah, we're just gonna do books now, like how we officially started. Like,
Digital too.
Yeah.
We almost did shit too.
Amazon's new slogan should be actually "We good." We good, bro. But people are just still gonna order things. It's funny that we should start with that regarding Amazon. So DC Comics are saying they're gonna go back to printing by May. I think that is incredibly irresponsible of them. And I'm not just saying that to bash DC. That's not what I'm here to do. I'm just like, bro, at this point, you shouldn't be saying, hey, go back to the comic book stores. Because you're not even going to single-handedly save it by doing that.
And if they go to print, that doesn't mean they're necessarily going to the comic stores. That it could be them looking to ship.
The problem with that is that they don't do distribution. That's a whole nother monster. That's a whole nother thing. To do distribution as well, that's a whole nother thing. That's more money that they're gonna have to
Jeff,
spend.
You good?
I mean, no.
Mr.
I'm glad you
Bezos,
brought it
are
up.
you good?
I'm glad you brought it up. I'm glad you brought that up, Mr. Bezos. I know you watched the show. Here is your chance to take over where Diamond was.
I'm good.
No.
Can't afford any more money.
No.
I
Here's
can't
your chance.
afford any more money.
Here's your chance to finally say, because here's the deal. Here's why this is a good opportunity. You don't have to do anything different than what you're already doing. You're already doing distribution. Distribution is a part of your chain. You have your own trucks that deliver things. So you're already doing distribution. This is just another market that you can 100% own.
Would you like a free comic with your bidet?
I mean, that ass. Let's have this conversation. Y'all niggas is selling food. Y'all delivering food. My wife ordered beef jerky. I can get beef jerky. Why can't I get a fucking comic book, my nigga?
Well, and that's what I was gonna say is, you also have the opportunity for some of the comic book stores and distributors, if they have the availability, to open up and ship through Amazon.
There you go. Absolutely. And we've been talking about this online. That's one thing I would like to talk about on today's episode. Because one thing I say all the time, we do good here on this podcast, is that we are not just comic book fans. We also know how business works. And I think that's important. Because there's what we want. I have this saying that someone taught me. There's what we want and what can actually happen.
Vastly different things.
Vastly different.
things.
I like to focus on this is what will actually happen. For example, they keep pushing movies back to November. There's dude, in November we have a Marvel movie, a Pixar movie, a James Bond film, and Godzilla vs. King Kong. There is no way.
Gives all new meaning to go until November.
There's no way that that's going to happen. Someone's going to have to move. And it's not going to be Marvel. I'll tell you that right now.
Well,
It won't be Marvel.
it's going to be interesting to see how they play that out, because right now we've started to see some places loosen up the leash a little bit.
Tell me more.
Apparently one of the beach town areas loosened up the reins on the beach, and it was crowds everywhere.
That's horrendous.
Didn't think people were going to come out in droves, so I can see us getting this in waves. The wife and I were talking about this the other day, where they're probably going to loosen up on some states that aren't that bad. It's going to hit again, and then they're going to try to, because it's the only way you're going to mitigate the influx on the hospitals. You can't get everybody getting in at the same time. You can't trap everybody in just for it to flare up all at the same time and loosen up.
This is true.
So you got to kind of, the states that are good and aren't overtaxed, you loosen them up, let people spread it a little bit, let it go around. But if people are coming out in crowds, I think the waves will hit harder. And like you're saying, that November could very easily become February 1st. and you're just getting to packet more movies into that.
And you know, this is one of my issues where I kept saying, you know, earlier this year, simply just pushing everything back isn't going to help at all. If anything, it's a hindrance.
Yeah.
Because now, not everyone's going to have money to go to all these movies. So decisions will be made.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think I would want to risk it. Like, there's too much money at stake to say, well, maybe people might actually come out to the James Bond movie. Maybe. No.
Dude, I mean,
I wouldn't risk it, but that's just me.
hey, Trolls World Tour made 50 mil.
Okay, yeah. Okay, let's talk about that for a little bit. Then we'll get back to the Amazon thing. Trolls came out, and I said, that's a smart move. I said, that is a smart move because people will fuck with it. And everyone's like, why would they fuck with that? It's just Trolls. The last Trolls did really well, and it came out the same day Doctor Strange did.
True.
And it did very well for considering, and it made its money back plus some. So Trolls, they said, you know what? We're not even gonna compete with nobody. We're just gonna drop the shit for people to order it. And people are like, no one's gonna do that. I'm like, you're out your goddamn mind. You're out your mind. These people are stuck with kids. Let me tell you something. I feel bad for my supervisor. My boss, her name's Kimberly. She has 2 kids at home. And sometimes we have to do conference meetings over the phone. And the whole time I could just hear her kids in the background screaming and yelling. And she'll have to stop our conversation and be like, shut the fuck up. Shut up. What are you doing up there? And sometimes, like, I can't even, I'll be trying to talk to her about some business, and she'll legit just start yelling. And then she'll be like, oh, I'm so sorry. These parents are losing their minds.
Oh yeah. There's a reason. School don't exist just to educate your children. School exists to get them out your motherfucking house. Mm-hmm. School exists for sanity.
Yeah.
That's gonna be rough. I mean, they say, you know, the whole domestic violence shit is up in the houses right now because people need a break from each other.
Man,
you know, if not, we'd still be living in caves, but we had to get out. Motherfuckers had to move.
Absolutely. So basically, parents are looking for something to keep their kids preoccupied. Oh shit, a new Trolls movie. Done. So I don't know how much Trolls did, but I guess it did pretty decent. Because people were like, wow, that's actually really good. Now, here's the thing. Other people are also saying, well, it only made that amount because that doesn't compare to how much it would have made in theaters. Which is true. But once again, going back to what I said earlier, there are 2 different things here. There's what we want to happen and what will actually happen. And unfortunately, we have to live in what will actually happen. And in what will actually happen, there's no theaters. There is no theaters. So you can't say, I would have made more in theaters. How? There's no theaters for them to be open in.
Yep.
That variant needs to be out the question. It needs to be out. It's not even a conversation we should be having. Because there are no theaters. So that's out. What can we do? Talk about what could have been and what might have happened. What can happen? And here's what can happen. We could go and just go and drop it on VOD and see what happens. Do you have how much it made or?
I'm looking. I mean, they broke the record for digital release.
That's something. I knew that was gonna. Actually, I don't know. I don't know because people were like complaining about that. They're like, "Oh man, people aren't gonna do that." Let me see here. Review. Record breaking on demand leads home viewing charts.
Yeah, I don't know if they have the full figures yet.
I thought they did. Maybe not. Either way, they're doing very, very well. Okay, MTF says 50 million. Okay,
50
thank
million.
you, MTF.
Yeah, I mean, which, like I said, digitally ain't that bad, especially for an experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, that's the first time out.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like I said, take the MCU.
Um,
Iron Man 1 wasn't a $1 billion movie. It did well, but now they have movies that people consider average that make $1 billion. Take
No,
some.
yeah. Trolls released in 2016 had a $48.5 million opening weekend and went on to gross 153 on a budget of roughly $125 million. That's great. That's dope.
So it hit its opening weekend and its opening night.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
No, let's have this conversation.
That's pretty decent.
Once again, let's talk business. Do y'all know how expensive film is?
I don't know the exact cost, but it ain't cheap. Neither is operating theaters.
Film. Because that's the things that they stream on. I mean, that's the thing that they play in the theaters.
Well, not
Film.
anymore.
Well, what do you mean?
Most of the projectors in theaters digital.
Digital?
Yeah.
No way.
Oh yeah, that's how. So you ever see like the new like hyper quality, like super good quality uploads? They're called HDTS. That's a telesync off a digital stream. So
that's
basically,
a digital.
Yeah, so especially in China, that's how they be robbing them so easily. You hook up a PC to the digital projector and you just download the movies off of the digital projector.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's digital.
Yeah, most are digital now.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah, save a lot because film was so expensive.
Well, yeah, that makes sense. That's what I'm saying. Film is mad expensive.
Yeah.
So even like the live action shit, that's not.
Very rarely.
Film?
That was one of the big things that Tarantino was all pissed off about. I think it was the Hateful Eight because he shot it on like
on an 80 on a millimeter,
like 80 or 120 millimeter or something like that, and you only have certain theaters that still had those projectors to be able to do that.
Okay,
Theaters
that makes sense.
So,
that makes sense.
Yeah, it's all digital these days.
Absolutely. So then let's rewind a little bit. So okay, it made $50 million. Could it have made more if theaters were in? Yeah, but there are no theaters. Here's another thing. Let's say
can't go when don't exist.
Exactly. I said it earlier. I said at this point, these people are trying to make as much as they can. Like, it's foolish to think that there's a way that you're gonna make the regular amount. I'm gonna call it right now. I don't even think Black Widow's gonna really kill it. I don't think it. I mean, I think it's gonna do well. I think it's gonna do decent. I'm gonna say 500.
Nah, probably like I'm thinking closer to Shazam numbers like 325.
Damn, you're gonna go under 500?
Yeah, I will. I think the climate is a big thing. Like I said, we're hitting a die down. I think Marvel had these movies sequenced. They let you breathe enough to get another one. Mm-hmm. We're breathing a long time. People, I think we're gonna be by the time that releases. I think we're gonna be in wave 2 of COVID.
Yeah.
In the sense that we're gonna start seeing some of those return to work orders be rescinded and people have to stay shelter at home again, and that's just gonna make people worry more. Mm-hmm. So I think Black Widow's gonna be one of the first to be hit by the
Once again, I'm gonna say it, and it's mostly because also it's Black Widow. Like if this was an Avengers movie, I think it would do well, but it's Widow.
I think any movie would hurt, but Widow would hurt definitely worse than a Avengers movie would.
Yeah,
I don't think any of the movies coming out are going to be, except for maybe Fast and Furious. Those guys don't give a shit.
They just said fuck it, it's coming out next year.
If you see somebody walking into a crowded place without gloves and a mask, that is your Fast and Furious fan.
Now let me ask you
don't
this:
give a
is
shit.
this gonna? Because it seems like this is going that direction. Kaiju mentioned Jacksonville Beach. When you were talking about the beach that opened, he said this happened the same day that Florida reported the highest one-day increase in cases.
Yep. Yeah, I think, and you have to keep in mind, and this isn't to like belittle people or anything, but people are fucking stupid.
Yeah.
It's just a fact. There's people out there protesting now about their freedoms, and you won't lock me down, and I need to be out, and it's like, trust me. The world has seen plagues before. One of the reasons why the world people pass plagues is because people are idiots. People will still do the same shit they want to do. People are very selfish. So expect this. Just stay away from motherfuckers. If you want to live, stay away from people. If you don't want to catch it or be sick, stay away from people. That's all you got to do.
Now, MTS says, but the missing piece of
It's
this
gonna be
equation is keeping investors happy. It's better to tell investors that they need to brave a short-term dip and tell them there will be a sustained lull.
Oh yeah, because you gotta keep in mind, you had two options on the table. $50 million, zero.
Zero. Nothing.
MTF is right. It's you either spend the money or you have nothing. A little bit of something is always better than nothing.
0 plus 0 is 0. That's like the best equation of all time. 0 plus 0 is 0.
No investors are gonna be happy when you ain't bringing nothing. Like you said, even a loan shark, you'd be like, "Hey, look, I ain't got your 4K today, but here's what I have is better than I ain't giving you shit."
Investors losing money anyways.
Mm-hmm.
Like the films ain't the only thing they're losing money off, but they're losing money in everything. Everybody's losing money.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody. The economy is fucked right now. Everybody not named Jeff Bezos.
That guy is doing fantastic.
Oh shit. Yeah, Drake, I saw that. There's a guy going out there who was protesting saying COVID-19 is a lie, wearing a hazmat suit and a mask, which is just bananas. Because there are confirmed deaths from COVID-19. That people are saying, "Oh, well, it's a hoax." Tell that to the families
It
who
is
just
a
lost
hoax.
family members.
It is a hoax. What those people are dying of aren't COVID-19. It's COVID-19.5.
19.5.
Yeah, COVID-19 is that's fake
Oh,
news.
shit.
Right?
Oh,
19.5 is that real?
Yeah.
What you got to worry about is 20. 'Cause
Shout out
that's
to-
when the zombies start.
Shout out to Fox News for just saying fake shit, saying that this is something we've seen before. They said it's called COVID-19. They said it's called COVID-19 because it's the 19th version of COVID. And I love how scientists came out. They were like, "Bitch, don't spread this false narrative. It's called COVID-19 because 2019 is the year they discovered it. They just discovered it. And so that's how they usually name viruses, based off of the year it was discovered. So that's why it's called COVID-19. It's not called 19 because it's the 19th version of it. That's hella irresponsible, by the way. Oh, shit. MTS says, I'm very curious about what Amazon's cut of the VOD is. I'm pretty sure it's fair and balanced. Because, once again, it's all right, we good.
And
We good.
This is one of the things that I've heard through the grapevine about doing business with Amazon, because we did some of the security for a couple of their data warehouses. Mm-hmm. And in the contract negotiations, it was like they're very negotiable. Mm-hmm. Their entire purpose is to get the business and sustain it. Mm-hmm. They're well past, because they're so money heavy, they're well past the idea of, oh, hey, we need to have high margins. They're like, look, we'll have low margins, but we're going to get all your business.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's how it works.
That's how they're working. So I could see them being like, hey, look, Universal, you can take a real pretty, but we're going to have anybody who's releasing video, because you see, every single one that's out there right now, or every single VOD for the theatrical releases, is available on Amazon. Mm-hmm. They're like, we will fuck with all you studios, so they can't be taking high margins if everybody's fucking with them.
Absolutely.
I know Voodoo could probably take lower margins.
I mean, Voodoo's Walmart, so that was just their Amazon's only closest competitor.
That's what I'm saying. They could take lower margins
Yeah,
if it was really that big of a competition, which means the money can't be that
I
different.
wonder if we could Google that and see what the shares are. Either way, as someone who does get checks from Amazon through Comixology, I'm shocked at how much less they take out.
Yeah.
Like, I thought it would be more than that, but no, they're like, no, we're good. We'll just take this amount. We good.
I like that though.
Yeah, I mean, it's just good business. Kaiju says there's way too much Hotep craziness going on about COVID-19. Some famous people are also spreading stupidity. People need to be responsible. People need to go back to work, guys.
Yeah.
They need to get back to work.
Hey, look, I can tell you right now. Let me give you guys some real facts out here, and not instead of some fake news. Kryptonians cannot get COVID-19. There have been no reported cases of any Kryptonians. Kryptonian-born Kryptonians, not Earth-born Kryptonians, getting COVID-19. So that's the only fact that I can confirm right now. Anything else, take with a grain of salt.
Now, once again, we've been moved back to Amazon. I would like to dedicate this episode and call it the Super Suit.
You can't call an episode a title after we start the
going
episode.
I'm going to do it right now. I can do it.
Episode title already been
titled, but that's okay. Fuck it.
Title unknown.
Title
so you got
unknown.
lucky. You got lucky. You got lucky.
It's unknown title, but let me name it now in the show.
It's
It's called Super Suit Show Saves the Comic Industry. And this is how we're going to do it. We're going to have this conversation because this conversation
Is this because I brought up Superman? You really think we got superpowers or something?
Oh, I think so. I think that the higher up people watch our show. And I think that they get a lot of ideas from us. And since we can't stop them, the least we can do is influence them. Okay. So here's my idea. I want anyone to combat against me in what I say. This is how we save the comic book industry. And try to save some comic book shops. Okay. Marvel, DC, Dynamite, Boom, Image, all y'all. Y'all need to have a pact with the comic book stores.
Pact.
Yes.
Oh shit, some Illuminati shit. Let's get them.
With the comic book shops. Here's what you do. You say, I bet. You want comic books? You pay us for the comic book. You take that money. We give you the digital copy. But if you want the comic book as well, you pay an additional fee, and then we'll give the comic book shops part of that money, and then ship it to them. So then you can go to the comic book shop and pick up your physicals. Now, here's the part that's going to be the rough part. People like me, I want physicals. I'm willing to pay extra for the physicals. It won't be as much as I would usually get, but I would be willing to do that. Now, would everyone else feel that same way?
Yes. Yes, but at the same time, I'm just gonna say that laziness is going to hurt the comic shops in this.
Tell me more.
Niggas gonna want the shit. Why can't you just ship that shit to my house, blood? Like why I gotta leave the house to go over here to this comic
Hey,
shop?
listen, man.
When you ship me the shit anyway, my nigga, and I'm paying you more money.
Hey, listen.
I'm paying you more money
Listen to
have
me.
to get in my whip and drive somewhere.
Listen to me.
COVID, nigga, I ain't trying to go.
Listen to me. No, I'm glad you brought that up. Once again, we're having a conversation. It's an open conversation and anyone wants to chime in. Here's how we fix that right there. Here's how we fix that.
Okay.
You pay the comic book shop.
Ooh.
Like she said, you see Tracy said good point. No, let's roll with that. You pay for you a lazy nigga, Tracy, but that's
People are lazy by nature, man.
Tracy, go to your fucking comic book shop. You don't want them to fucking close down, my nigga. You want your comic shop to close down, my nigga. You told me yourself that you go there all the time. You've been going there for years. You gonna want them to close down?
Hey, all objects in the universe expend as much energy as possible to eventually come to rust. So laziness is
Get the fuck out, Negro Dominus. Get the fuck.
Science, nigga.
Yeah, but no, here's the deal. No, you're not wrong. But here's the deal. So you order it from the comic book shop. The comic book shop receives it. They ship it to you. That's what they do anyways. What they do anyways.
What's the comic book shop gonna be open for?
But they do that anyways.
Why is that a shop?
Midtown.
Why can't that nigga
Midtown
be
does
at
it.
home?
Midtown Comics does
Midtown
it.
does it on top of having an actual store.
Okay, so they have a store too there.
But I'm saying they keep the store open only because of foot traffic. Midtown was shut down, and niggas just get the comics through Midtown. Think about how many different online shops you'd have to go. What's the point of me going through Ace if I already got a comic set up in Midtown? all these comic stores don't have the incentive to set up their own little online distributions for people not to come in their store.
I'm gonna think of that. I'm a parking lot.
No.
MTS says my idea was to give each shop a merchant code. If you order digital comics on site, the code populates automatically.
You know, I mean that's cool, and because I was thinking about the code thing, and I was gonna say the real key here to save comics, and this is gonna be the unfortunate part, is you're gonna have to start converting people over to the now. And the now, very unfortunately, is going to be digital comics to get comics made. However, you're then going to have the separation in the comic industry, and very sadly, this probably doesn't include comic book shops. Not saying they need to go in my idea, but they might be a result of the whole COVID thing. And that is, we need to start moving. Comic books, physicals are going to become a collector's item. Direct ship from the from the comic book companies, their publishers, however the fuck they want to do that. You're going to start seeing a lot more autograph covers, specialized covers. The quality of the books, I hope, increase with that. But I could see your average comic book coming up to $6 to $10.
I was gonna say 10.
Yeah,
I was gonna say
$6 to $10 before you even get to variant covers, special editions, all that.
I'm
wondrous bullshit.
I'm gonna have to say 10, and this is one of the very reasons why I can't fully agree, and that's because physicals is a stream of revenue that I'm not sure they're willing to give
you know
up.
what? Compared to what they've been able to put out in other forms, the media, merchandise and stuff, it's a small source of revenue. It's a source
Compared to what?
Compared to the other avenues that superheroing has done, being the comic books themselves, the content has led to movies, merchandise, everything. So you don't want to lose the content.
You're right, but
You
we're
don't
talking
wanna
about
lose
just the
content.
books here.
I'm saying you don't want to lose the content.
Okay.
So the content is more important than the medium. Than the physical book. So, and this is where I'm going. This is where I'm going.
Talk to me.
I'm saying,
please.
I'm saying the smart thing is to start transitioning people over to digital, and still keeping the content in people's hands, so you can continue to sell the movies, you can continue to sell the merchandise, and all that. But finding ways to incentivize people who are probably on devices to read comic books, and that means let's start seeing exclusive video game content for like Fortnite and shit. Why don't we see Marvel and DC costume exclusives that you only get by purchasing a grouping of digital comics? And if you purchase the physical to go with that, you get a better exclusive or something of that nature. So you start incentivizing. You take one of the things that is growing right now, which is video games.
This is true.
Video game industry, because people are at home, is growing. You start adding those digital codes, kind of like MTF suggested, but digital codes for games. You start moving that integration, because you know niggas want to start doing like over people in Fortnite with the fucking Superman or X-Men Wolverine.
It's funny that you just brought that up, because did you know they put Cable and Domino in Fortnite?
I did not.
Yeah, they put Cable and Domino. I knew they were doing that. What's that?
I do not play Fortnite.
I don't either, but like Rob Liefeld was talking about it, and I looked it up. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, I knew they were doing Deadpool.
Yeah.
Deadpool makes sense. But then I saw Cable and Domino, and I'm like, what the fuck? But then I thought again, that makes sense too. You can just put the whole 90s X-Force on the fucking...
Deadpool, Cable, Domino,
and Psylocke. That's random.
And see, this would be one of those things where I would say, hey, look, you get a Marvel Unlimited subscription or something like that, and boom, you automatically get these skins.
So let me. So
and,
you open up a
and,
whole.
Real quick, Tracy Irvin saying digital is not comic books. That's like saying comic book movies aren't cinema. You got to move with the times. And trust me, I prefer. I mean, I got boxes of comic books.
I prefer
I love physical books.
I prefer physical,
but I am under the understanding, and I have to move into the times where you look at schools. You look at, schools from grade school all the way through college. People are moving to digital books. People are moving to the digital movie.
And what's actuality?
Yeah.
Unfortunately,
everybody's moving digital.
Unfortunately,
we are dinosaurs, fam.
We have to. We have to defy nowadays. What's the new normal?
Yeah.
That's what all this is. It's the new normal. What was normal to us is going to change.
Yeah.
I'll be 100 with you. I don't know when I'm going back to work.
If you're going back to work, But you got a job.
I don't know because here, once again, I'm an accountant. I think numbers. I'm thinking all the money the state is saving right now. It's still getting work done, but they don't have to worry about electricity. They don't have to worry about phone bills. No one's calling. They can just turn off the phones. You know how much money they're gonna save? You know how much money they're gonna save? All those computers not being turned on?
Oh, think about this. You know how much productivity is going up because less people are calling in sick because the niggas already at home.
That's how much they're saving. They're saving on insurance because ain't nobody getting sick and dying. They can't go to the doctor.
The state also has costs that intertwine with the roadways and stuff. Guess what? I hear less of every morning. Accidents on the road.
Listen, man.
You see less people getting pulled over out there.
Listen, man. I don't know when I'm going back to work. I don't know. Because as of right now, we're functioning just fine. And I tell you what, when everything goes back to normal, I can see them saying, do we really need to come here all the time? Mm-hmm. Do we really have to? I mean, we've already been shown for months. We've been operating for months. Let me tell you how much money the state has. I had to have you know what I told y'all? I had to have a meeting with my boss. I had to have a meeting with my boss because she says we need to spend money on things.
Yeah.
Because we have this thing called a budget, and it's once a year. Our fiscal years end in June. It's weird because our year starts in July.
Yours is in June?
Yeah, the fiscal year ends in June.
I think the federal one's like October.
Yeah, it depends.
Yeah.
Fiscal years are always weird to me, but ours start in July. And so when it comes to May, we have to start coming up with a budget, basically saying this is how much we need for the year to survive. When it comes to renewing the budget, the government wants to know, what did you do with all the money that we just gave you? Mm-hmm. So we spent it on things like paper, pens, batteries, stupid shit, going out getting pizza, shit like that. We were always spending money.
Going out getting pizza.
Yeah, they don't. In all honesty, the government doesn't care. They just want to know what you did with it.
Yeah, you just need a receipt.
Yeah. They
That's what I
need
heard.
receipts for
we
it.
used to go every other week to Ninja Sushi up in
Sushi's
Folsom.
bomb.
And we used to buy the big ass boat, so the big ass wood boat with all the sushi on it and
Nice,
everything.
nice.
As a team, every other week, I mean, at the beginning of it, we would say the company name, so it was a business conversation, and then we'd have sushi.
Yeah,
That's how I got introduced. I didn't fuck with sushi before that.
yeah. Sushi's delicious.
It
but
is.
You gotta find the one that you like and fuck with that.
No. See, I don't know. I think you gotta find the one to get you in.
Uh-huh.
You need an.
Then
It's
you
like
explore.
sushi is like anime.
Uh-huh.
Not every anime is for every person, but once you get one, you'll be more open to others down the road.
Okay, I can agree with that.
You won't get it right away.
Mm-hmm,
You know what I'm saying? Like if you get into Dragon Ball Z, you only fuck with Dragon Ball Z probably for the first year.
Mm-hmm.
After Dragon
So
Ball
that's the
Z,
California
you might
roll.
drop over to like Bleach. Yeah,
That's
that's
the
the California roll.
roll.
That's the California roll. And then you might jump over to Bleach.
Okay.
And that might be, you might have put some avocado on your
There's
coat.
some avocado,
You know.
spicy mayo, and
Yeah, some little spicy mayo.
a little bit, a little
You know
play
what I'm
around
saying?
with it.
And then you're like, okay, I want a spicy tuna roll. You know what I'm saying? I like the spice.
And then you start fucking with the eel, the nagami, you know,
Exactly.
that's my shit right there. But
And,
absolutely, I love
Tracy.
sushi.
You're not alone there.
He still
He
lives
don't
there.
know when he go back to work. I'll be there Monday morning.
Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
there yesterday.
yeah.
And
But here's the deal. I think that places like where he's at, they're gonna start seeing these numbers, and they're gonna be like, "Can we do this?"
oh yeah. Well, I mean,
Now let me ask you:
Yeah,
Can
I'm
you
a
do
sushi-
your job at home?
no.
Why not? Tell me more.
I'm
I'm not disagreeing. I just want to know.
My job requires a.
A physical person to be there.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
lot of it requires a physical person. A lot of it is hands. I mean, most of our issues require physical presence.
Okay.
And it's considered a critical infrastructure. So
Okay. Well,
when
let's
things
go off
go
of that.
down, they want to
They
turn
want something,
around.
and then that makes sense.
Yeah.
Now here's what's might happen. Once again, I'm thinking business. Once everything starts to get, because we have to reestablish what is normal now. I can see me getting a pay cut.
Ooh.
I can see that happening.
No.
People like him will have to physically go in. I could see him maybe even making more. I could see that happening. People are like, no, that can't happen.
See, and I think that's part of what I think might be the problem with us moving forward is that at this point in time, and you know, Nixon kind of did this with goods back in the day.
Yeah.
I think that certain departments, especially state and government, need to maintain a wage freeze in that this change should not affect people's salaries. So that way we can start to level out with inflation.
Mm-hmm.
We have extremely inflated prices for real estate, for all the markets. This is allowing people to stay home.
Mm-hmm.
If we maintain a lot of this and a lot of people are able to work from home and do things like that, that'll give people the opportunity to do more in life, either set up more businesses, make more money, which will start to offset the overinflation that we have and give people a better chance to save, which we're seeing not many people are able to do, which is one of the biggest problems with the COVID-19 and one of the reasons for the stimulus check is that most people live paycheck to paycheck. I mean, I can tell you right now, anybody out here who's struggling in Cali who got their stimulus
I didn't.
you didn't get stimulus?
Not yet.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn.
Fuck y'all.
No, it's alright, the wifey didn't either.
Oh, she did it?
The wifey didn't. No,
But you
wifey
did.
Yeah.
I heard it's based on you filed your taxes early.
Yeah.
Okay.
I found shit. Believe
ASAP.
it. Day that shit open, nigga. I'm fine. I need to know what I'm dealing with.
I got you.
I keep all my motherfucking receipts.
and
I
that's
keep
fine.
all hell no.
Hell no.
Look, I look like this, man. I've never paid taxes in my life.
Mm-hmm.
They've taken taxes from me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Every check, none of that shit is voluntary.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
These motherfuckers take that shit.
Absolutely.
I don't get to determine the amount. I don't get to determine what they use it for. My vote does not count. This is, if you research it, no matter how much effort you put into a bill, you have a 4% chance of what you want getting passed, along with them fucking up your entire environment.
Yeah.
I mean, it's factual. You can look it up.
unfortunate.
You can do the numbers. We are in a dictatorship.
What we want
Pretty sure.
and what is actually going to happen.
With that said, I think that, we've been holding on to, we're relics, I'm a fan of rap. I don't like a lot of rap in this day, but if I sit back and I try to take an objective look, I get it. It's the niggas go in the club like this, niggas, so every song you gotta rap like this in the club, don't miss. Da, 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 da.
All the beats is sound the same now.
Yeah, all the beats, but then all the flows go with the beat. The way the niggas ride the beat all sound the same.
All this shit is like boom, 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 boom. Like all of them are like that now.
Every
All
single
of
one.
them. All
So
of
you
them.
can rap. If you got clout. If you got
Yeah.
this. If you got doubt.
It makes it very easy so that you know when to stop on the beat, right? Doom.
Yeah.
And then I get going, and then I get done when I know when to stop, like doom. It's very, very simple
It
shit.
is in every single song. To us, sounds the same. But at the same time, for like if you go back to our day, we had a lot of little mini eras that sounded the fucking same. It's just a lot of people from the older generation was like, man, y'all ain't even doing what we used to do with the motherfucking Run DMCs and the fucking Funk Master Flexes and all these other niggas. Actually, I was around for Funk Master Flex, so I can't really say that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm so
But,
bad. Tracy says hip hop is dead. I can't say that. I can't say that hip hop is dead because it is hip hop. Just because I don't like it, that doesn't make it. That doesn't mean it's not
Niggas
hip
felt
hop.
that way about gangster rap.
Yeah.
I mean, when gangster rap came out, there's a lot of hip hop heads, especially traditionals, like, nigga, this ain't it.
This ain't it at
This
all.
ain't it. Them niggas went out to New York, got booed from the West. What y'all niggas doing to hip hop?
Yeah. The whole concept of Ice Cube versus Common. Common said some shit. He was talking about gangster rap. And when that song "I Miss Her," and I forgot the acronym of what her was for, but he was talking about hip hop, and he talked about hip hop as a metaphor, a woman as a metaphor for hip hop, and he talked about she went out west and started hanging with gangster niggas and shit, and Ice Cube took that a little too personally and dissed him, and then Common came back in that ass like I see the bitch in you, and I I used to love her. Thank you, MTF. I love what happened because someone said, Common and Ice Cube are cool now, and they made movies together. They made money together, and they did an interview with Ice Cube, and they said, "Hey yo, you were did the song? You're working with Common, even though you guys had words against each other." He said, "How did that happen?" And I love Ice Cube's answer. Ice Cube said that he approached him and he said, "Yo, what the fuck was up with you dissing me?" And he said, Common looked at him and said, "I did what you would have done." He was like, "All right, cool."
Respect.
Like, I'm just doing what you would have done.
Game recognized game.
Yeah, no, that's the real OG hood nigga shit. Like, when it comes to rap, it can't be personal. You can't, and that's kind of how I see it when niggas diss me online. Like, all right, nigga, word. Niggas, They're like, all right, bro. It's a part of the game. Like, I'm not gonna get pissed. Fuck you, nigga. I'll beat your ass.
Any competitive thing, anything where you're going back and forth, anything where you're trying to be the best, you have to start taking things with a grain of salt. It's just, if you've ever played sports, one of the reasons why when you were a kid, at the end of the fucking game, no matter how mad, how close, how far it was, they make you shake hands, is so you learn.
Yeah.
It's a game. Somebody has to win and somebody has to lose. Either of you could have been on that other side.
Yeah.
It's up to you to be there, but don't get mad about it. Don't do anything. Just be better next time.
And nothing affected the bag. Like, they both getting money.
Yeah.
Like, whatever, nigga. We had a spar of words. I said my shit. He said his shit. I bet.
Well, I mean, and it wasn't totally personal. It was about the game.
Yeah.
It was about how they felt about what other motherfuckers was doing. And like I said, he didn't take it like, he wasn't like motherfucking Ice Cube at first.
Yeah.
He was like, look, the West, what y'all motherfuckers is doing is foul. He said Ice Cube took it.
Yeah. And in Ice Cube's defense, he was the West at the time. He was the West.
He was writing it all.
So, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, he was the West at that time.
Two people who I have to say, I'm kind of sad that I don't hear it come up in enough conversations. Ice Cube and Snoop.
I agree.
And especially Snoop, because I'm like, Snoop's first album, the motherfucker was a hit maker.
Yeah.
That motherfucker survived in the game longer than anybody else. He's transitioned to multiple fucking things. The poor nigga had a show with Martha Stewart. That motherfucker's had podcasts, movies, TV shows, game shows. That motherfucker is a goddamn motherfucker.
Martha is more gangster than Snoop. I'm sorry. Martha is more Martha has actually done time. Martha did a stretch.
Well, the only thing I can say is that, actually, yeah, that does make Snoop whiter because Snoop actually got off.
I'm just saying.
That's a whole role reversal right there.
I'm just saying. I love the picture of her.
Switch?
No, bro. I love that picture of her standing next to Snoop, and Snoop is all dressed up in all gang attire, and the meme says, "Only one of these people are a convicted felon." And that's back. It's Martha Stewart. She is a convicted felon. She did time. She did a stretch. It probably wasn't like as hardcore as other people, but she did go to prison.
Yeah, I mean, you can expect what happened on Orange is the New Black is pretty much her experience.
Yeah, that was pretty much what it was.
Probably was.
But she was there.
She did it.
Yeah.
She did it.
Yeah.
I can tell you, I don't want to be in prison for no amount of time.
Absolutely.
I don't go anywhere where the hobby is rape.
She probably had her own exclusive cell.
Oh, yeah.
She probably had hella cooking material on the TV and stuff.
Oh yeah, you know any kind of cartels is coming over getting a special meal for Martha. How's the eggs today, Martha?
Shout out to Omega and the Comic Crusaders. He said Martha made Snoop her bitch. Yeah.
Hey, and I mean, once again, credit to Snoop. Snoop was in lane to be Martha Stewart's bitch.
Snoop was like,
that's gangster.
Where's the check?
Yeah.
I'll do it.
And that's what I mean is Snoop's one of those people who I have to give the credit of. Snoop's never changed to fit the game. Mm-hmm. Snoop has changed what Snoop has wanted to.
Yeah.
Snoop has changed only in the ways he's wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, the motherfucker, when he came out, he was hot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that motherfucking Dre Day, Doggy Style,
it was.
the motherfuckers was fire.
When Snoop came out, a lot of y'all are very, very young. So I'll break it to you. Us OGs know, like MTF, Kaiju. When Snoop came out, that was unlike anything anyone has ever heard. Because back then, rap was very aggressive. Rap was very in your face. Yo, protect your neck. I swing with the Hellraiser. Raising hell with the flavor. Nigga, like, yeah, protect your neck.
Yeah.
Like, hip-hop was very aggressive.
Yeah, even
Microphone
like
check 1, 2, what is this? Like, everything. And then this nigga comes, 1, 2, 3 into the phone.
Snoop Doggy Doggy Dr. Dre is at the door.
Like,
Ready to make an interest, so back on.
that
up.
was like unheard of.
You know about to rip shit up. Give me the microphone first so I could bust like a bubble.
Yeah.
In Long Beach. Oh shit.
And then
Take
songs
me back.
like Regulate, it was a clear back night. A clear black moon. Warren G was on the streets.
Trying to consume some skirts from the east so I can get some funk.
Rolling
Rolling
with my
ride.
ride. Chilling on the just hit the east side of the
LBC.
Like, niggas are like, what is going on? Niggas is like,
I'm on mission
wait.
trying to find Mr.
Warren G.
Uh,
Rest in
uh.
peace to Nate.
Bro, dude, you know who else is like super slept on? Who has slaps back in the day? Corrupt.
Dude, that whole camp, Corrupt. Dude,
Dog Pound? Oh.
the Death Row sound was Daz. It wasn't even Dre. It was Daz.
Daz Dilly.
It was Daz. Daz was the sound.
Daz and DJ Quick on
Yeah.
the engineering.
Quick on the engineering. Who else doesn't get any
They
respect?
had some killers.
Yeah,
Oh.
man. I used to, Let's Play House
Let's play house.
with Michelle
You play the mama, babe, and I'll be the daddy.
Now I want to listen to that. Super Super Show album coming soon. Coming because as a New Yorker, I was more into Woo,
Cypress
Hill. I
Woo
still say
Castle.
Be Real has one of the best voices in hip hop because he's one of them type of dudes. When you hear him rap, you know that's Be Real.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's Be Real right there. If
Yeah.
you ever the question, who rapped this?
Yeah.
You know that's Be Real. And it's great because his voice isn't like that at all. Like, it's very creative. Like, his regular voice is like ours. But when he raps, he goes like this and he don't go like
See, I like that because that specific sound, just like E40. You never know another nigga other than E40. When E40 spitting on
Mellow Man Ace. Yeah, shout out to Mellow Man Ace.
No man, Ace's cousin, yeah.
Gangstar. Hey, yo, did you see the Primo versus RZA battle? Hey, man. Primo didn't have to eat RZA like that.
Oh yeah.
Listen, man, I love RZA. But Preem. I gotta give it to Preem. That's me though. I'm liking the battles that they're doing online, the hip hop producer battles.
Yeah.
Except for Manufacturer never went up against Custom. That was oh, what up, Malaysia, by the way. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah,
Sorry,
thank
more
you.
people are in the Twitch, it looks like, right now. A little bit different today.
Yeah, RZA had the bad audio. Yeah, he's absolutely right. But anyways, I did want. We were talking about the comic thing. You gave me some good ideas here.
Yeah, bro, you got to integrate.
So what you're saying is the business has to evolve.
Absolutely.
So here's my thought. What if purchasing a comic gives you incentives
That's
to
what I
other
was-
things? Is that what you're saying?
That's what I was saying, and this is what I was talking about is you have to think about this, especially with like movies like let's take Black Widow
Okay.
and the Eternals, for example.
Okay.
You have right now games like Fortnite, Overwatch, Mortal Kombat, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
All these games have customization options.
Yes.
Marvel skins,
Mm-hmm.
exclusive DLC codes in comic books.
So what you're
if you
saying
order
is
a digital. So if you order a digital comic book, you get a standard Marvel skin. However, like let's say Wolverine or somebody,
Okay.
you get this standard blue and yellow Wolverine skin. Now, if you order the digital and the physical shipped to your home,
Mm-hmm.
now you get the X-Force and we'll throw in the brown and yellow one.
I'm fucking with it. What do
You
you
know
think
what I'm
about buying comics to get movie tickets?
I think that's also a beautiful idea. I think, matter of fact, I think this. Let's say Black Widow's got a comic book out.
Yeah, she's supposed to.
Boom. You want 10% off your movie ticket with Fandango?
I was thinking. No, I like that.
And
I'm
then,
thinking.
guess what? You get the physical, you get 25%
I'm
off.
thinking a package deal. I'm thinking, bro, give us $20. We'll give you a digital, and you go to the movie theater, and they'll have the comic there.
that opens up ship. That just creates more costs.
Tell me more.
Because then you have to ship it. You have to have it received by the movie
But,
theaters. You have to have.
so are you saying get rid of the physical in general?
I'm saying the movies are already going to be hurting. So let's not focus on putting the incentives in place we're not expecting people to be.
Okay.
So digital movies, incentives. Digital movies should get comic book incentives. You should be able to order off of something like Marvel Direct for 10% less if you have Disney Plus.
So you're trying to get the distributors out of here.
I'm not trying to get the distributors out here. I know they're hurting. I'm not going to focus my new business practice on something that might be going away, especially when I'm already waiting for my investment to return there. I'm not making big movie money right now. Right now, the theaters are making $0. So setting up my current, I'm talking about like moves they can make today. And right now, theaters are dead till November. So how are you going to continue that comic book flow when everything is dead? And that is right now, by today, Fortnite skins, all that stuff. You have designers, you have people that can digitally make that kind of shit in no time.
This is true.
The people at Fortnite will make that shit as soon as you license it.
But here's the deal. What about people like us? I mean, you just said just now, I don't even play Fortnite.
Well, I'm saying digital movie deals, especially because people are at home more right now. Digital comic book deals. You still want actual comic books.
I do.
Start giving, hey, look, buy through X website. We'll ship it to you at this discount for purchasing the digital version. I mean, you have to start making the deals where the deals exist.
What's the chance Black Widow actually releases in November?
Oh, that's what we were saying earlier. Very little.
Here's the deal. This is why I don't trust that. Everybody's dropping these dates these movies are coming out. Except for the movie theaters. The movie theaters haven't said anything. Most
movie theaters aren't sure, especially a lot of the little smaller theaters. They're not sure if they're going to be able to reopen.
That's what I'm saying.
They're going months of zero revenue.
We talked about it last week. We talked about it last week because it's not just that they're not open. They're not open during their season, which is summer. 60% of their revenue comes from just 3 months. Tells them just 3 months.
Yep.
Now take away 60% of their revenue. That's nuts. They don't even know if they're going to be open. They don't even know. And then if they do, we talked about this last week. And even if they do open, they're going to have to rehire a staff.
Yep.
They're going to have to retrain them.
Yep.
Things aren't going to just go back to normal like that. Like, that's why when I keep seeing that, movies are going to come up this day. Hell, AMC, someone needs to buy AMC. They about to go out of business.
Yeah.
They go out of business.
AMC, Regal.
They're all hurt.
And like I said, we're not even talking about all the smaller theaters. I mean, I don't know what a lot of these smaller theaters gonna do, because it's just like the smaller grocers and comic book stores and things of that nature. Sure, the big boys, your Midtown's gonna be fine, but those people who thrive off motherfuckers coming in and dealing with shit, they're gone. You can't hold out. You can't just stop all business for months on end. The Trump checks ain't gonna cut it in most places.
MTF says AMC is too big to go under. Tell me more, because the stocks are saying otherwise.
I'm telling you, yeah. I mean, you can be as big as you want as long as money is circulating. You cut that money train off,
their stocks are dropping.
And like I said, AMC might not go under, but they could be bought. Somebody else could pick up that tab.
And that might be what it means.
Because we don't know how long this is going to last, or what it's going to be like when movie theaters finally do open.
What is the incentive of buying AMC? What do you gain from buying AMC?
Buildings.
I'm being real. Like,
Buildings.
for real.
Amazon got their own digital projectors. You can buy them online.
Look, this is facts. Look at Tiger King. Like, it's killing it online.
Yeah.
Like, what is the incentive of owning AMC?
But see, and here's my problem is, this is the same conversation between paperback and digital comic books. Many people is comfortable being at home versus going to the theater. I like going to the theater. I like the event of going to the theater. I really do. I'm a traditionalist in that way, just like I like reading paperback comics, but I'm also a realist. I enjoyed Trolls just as much at fucking home. Without having to
Absolutely.
spend an extra $50
Absolutely.
on concessions.
Now, NTS says more than 50% of the theater market share. What theater market?
There's a
Look.
theater market right now.
Like,
Hold on,
I'm
hold
not
on.
saying you're wrong. I'm just
0% of 0 is 0.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I get what he's saying.
No,
The
I
problem
know.
is,
Yeah, it's
there is no market right now. So, like, I don't see anybody wanting to fork up that money. Why? We don't even know if we're going to be able to stay open. Like if I buy AMC right now, how do I make my money back? No one's open.
yeah.
And that's another thing. When Black Widow and all these movies start to come out, I lay the cash on the table. Not all theaters are going to be open. So that's going to be less views. You know what needs to come back? Drive-thrus.
Drive-in movies.
Drive-in movies.
You know what? I would say that, but guess what's also not getting much money right now? Our drive-in movie theater over on Bradshaw. We have one.
Did
out
that
here.
close down? I thought it closed down.
I think they're still open.
Oh, okay.
Well,
We
it might be
haven't
closed now.
We haven't gone anything. Absolutely. What a time to bring back drive-through theaters.
But the only problem is people still go inside for concession. Yeah, it's still there.
they're still open.
It's still open. But I heard they weren't getting like a lot of people over there.
Oh, they got 3 movies. They got Trolls, Bloodshot.
No, they got more.
Oh, they got more. Okay, they do.
Yeah.
All these movies are online. What the fuck is this?
Well, you know why they're online? Because nobody else
Let's
is
go into
open.
the fucking thing.
And you know why? Because then all you're doing is driving up, sitting in your car, watching the screen hella far away when you could be at home with your own food.
Once again, I'm saying theaters might be done, bro. Like it might be a wrap.
Yeah.
Like,
And see,
let's be real here.
And we have to keep in mind that, you know, some of us older cats, we traditionalists. We're like, hey, look, I like that. I like the experience. Just like me. I like going through a comic store and browsing through comics. I don't like going through digital stores and having to go through their shitty ass menus. It's not the same experience. I like the conversation in comic shops. However, at the same time, we live in a much less social age. I mean, kids don't even... I got a niece who's now 14. Like, 8 years ago, I remember going up to her and being like, hey, you know, we were at, what's it called, mother-in-law's house. I was like, hey, why don't they say you got a friend over there. Why don't you go knock on her door and ask if she wants to play? And she looked at me like I was fucking crazy. She had no concept of knocking on another kid's door and asking if they want to play. Kids aren't as social as we used to be. People aren't as social, so people don't like to go out and interact as much as we used to. People are kind of okay sitting at home doing things online. I mean, most people read everything online anyway.
Yeah.
Like, I have to take into account, 20 years ago, I had a computer in my house. Most of my friends and family didn't. Now, you have a computer in your pocket.
I mean, these are facts. But MTS says you see the beach pics. You're right. But they also reported the highest increase of COVID case ever after that.
Yeah, we hit that earlier in the thing. Like I said, these things happen in waves. Go back and look at the Spanish flu. They started, and they didn't publicize it as much, but they started social distancing 3 different times over that. And they got hit with 3 different waves of flu. The first wave was kind of bad. The second wave was horrible. And as people started staying away from each other, and people started going back out. The first wave, people, it wasn't that bad at first, but everybody went back out and started trying to deal and interact with each other. And then more people got sick. They went back in. Everybody went back out again. And more people got sick. And then everybody went back in. We haven't hit the full wave 1. I mean, you start seeing a little bit in China after they started loosening things up. People start coming back sick again. People will start going out the first wave. That first wave is going to be over before November hits. By the time November hits and these movies come out, we're probably going to be in wave 2 and a lot more motherfuckers going to be sick.
Absolutely. Rick, are you
Yeah,
alive?
if we get a vaccine, different conversation. If we get a vaccine, this shuts a lot of this down. But
Yeah.
until there's a vaccine, and right now, even if there's a vaccine, resources to develop and distribute that shit is going to be kind of light.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Now, MTF says, my point is that people will want to go out as soon as they think it's safe.
Yeah, but you're talking sometime in 2021 that people will be. Well, I think people won't be in full swing till sometime in 2021.
Listen, man.
People will start going out, You'll see numbers, you'll see people, but you're talking full swing is different than the initial mass.
I've been saying for 2 months now. This year is over. It's done. It's done. We should be talking about 2021 right now. Like, even if then, we don't even know if then. They're saying now, these are scientists, you know, people who study this shit. They're saying 2022. They're saying 2022 because the numbers are increasing. They're not decreasing. They're increasing. So you don't go back to normal when the numbers are increasing.
Yeah.
I agree that we won't get full swing. So are all cons canceled? So far, yeah.
Yeah, cons are major gatherings. I mean, even when we start going back to normal things, you have to think about large, close proximity gatherings, i.e. theaters, conventions and stuff.
Concerts.
People are still going to shy away. Now, concerts are going to be hard because crazy people already go to concerts. I mean, you do have to think. Because I have to go to work and stuff, I see a lot of people out. There's a lot of people who I see who make me understand why we have so many STDs in this world. There's still motherfuckers out there without masks or gloves or anything on. They used to be walking into liquor stores and grocery stores and all that, just looking nasty as fuck. And
Dead ass.
there will be people going to a lot of these things, but it's just gonna make the problem worse. And I think that's just gonna make they're gonna have to tighten down harder next time.
Absolutely.
Because once the hospitals start getting overwhelmed, it's gonna be a wrap.
And every day there's like nurses quitting and complaining online saying it is ridiculous here and I fear for my life. Mm-hmm. Because like if you go online right now, as we speak, there was a nurse on her phone talking about how she's about to quit her job because she is surrounded by sick niggas all day and then she's coming home to her family.
Yeah.
That is frightening. That is a scary thought.
I mean, and you gotta understand right now, one of the big problems for these people is that people are scared. People don't feel like we have competent leadership. So many people don't know what's going to happen. So I'm sure these people at these hospitals are a little more unruly than normal. And, you know, the anti-vaxxers are nowhere to be found, trying to reassure people that nothing's wrong.
No, and then I get what you're saying. He says, I agree with you guys. I'm just disagreeing with the idea that these industries...
Oh, nobody's saying the industries are gone for good.
I say some of them are.
Like?
Malls.
Malls?
Malls.
Malls aren't gone for good. No.
Tell me more.
The open mall concept will still exist.
What is an open mall?
You Folsom Outlet.
Okay, well, that would be around. I'm talking like Galleria. Or like Arden. Like
well, you're just saying it's just indoor malls, just different. I mean, all those malls have to do is do air purification and filter systems, and they'll probably still exist in the same way.
They can't. There's no money. No one's going to be spending money. When everything goes back to normal, no one's going to be spending money like that.
People will still look probably to buy some of those spaces. But the outdoor mall, most of them just go to outdoor malls. Pull the roof off Arden.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm just saying.
But the marketplace has existed. Marketplace in a mall type environment, and the mall is essentially just an indoor marketplace.
You're right.
Has existed through plagues, famine, all that kind of stuff. And you're talking thousands of years.
No, you're not wrong. But here's my thing.
That ain't going nowhere.
And MTF mentioned this earlier. I feel like Bezos got a hand that he's about to play. I feel like Bezos is gonna get all these niggas out of here.
Well, you got to think about.
I think he is.
But you got to think about it. The mall environment will just evolve.
You talking about the atmosphere?
No, the stores. The stores. A lot of what you'll probably see are just going to become fitting places, things of that nature, sizing fitting in sizes. Something you can't do very well on Amazon.
You can do that online now.
Kinda. But even then,
kinda my ass. They have an actual thing where you can do it.
Do what?
You could get fitted online on your computer. I'm not saying I would do it.
I can still see the interaction of the marketplace.
I would prefer that, but would that be enough to keep it open?
Probably. I mean, the mall stuff has survived work. The mall isn't an invention of this age. It's just a nickname we've given to the marketplace because we've been able to put them indoors versus outdoors.
Because mall is just a mall is basically an indoor
but
market.
don't get me wrong. I think they will suffer. I think many will close. I think they're going to a whole shit ton will close at first. But the whole concept will just be reinvented. It'll come back.
I just don't think I don't see
People
the
like
malls.
community shopping.
Do they?
They do. There's malls. Malls
I don't know,
and
man.
marketplaces are across.
I don't
the
know.
board.
I think that this is just my opinion, but I think that a lot of people like the community shopping because they never knew about the power of Amazon. And now people are, because let's be real here, there are people who are ordering now who didn't do it before. And now they're realizing, oh shit, I can just do this. They don't have to leave.
But malls could also be used for experiences, like like little kids painting places and stuff like that in the mall. The little wine plants. I mean, I think they will involve things that will be interactive. Will they just move into the malls?
You can just do that online now. On
Yeah.
Zoom, nigga. You can
On
do that.
Zoom.
You can. I'm just saying.
On
I'm
Zoom.
just saying.
It's true. It's true. You can.
And that saves money. Once again, I'm all about saving money. So,
So,
like,
technically, if you have the supplies,
what do you mean?
if you have the canvas and all of those stuff to do it,
Aha. Okay. Okay.
so which opens up the experience depending on what your environment is like. But I'm saying the marketplace is a very open concept that I think can. If that was the case, Amazon wouldn't have invested in brick and mortar. They know there's a place for physical space.
That was all before this, though.
Yeah, but I think after this, Amazon's just in a better position to reinvent how that brick and mortar is done. And I think that they are in a position to, because when you think about shops of the future and things of that nature, you start looking at the concepts of, well, if I walk into a store and I say, okay, well, let me walk up to this smart mirror. Smart mirror looks at me as a camera, and in the smart mirror, I see what I look like in every different outfit.
Sounds like
then
Terminator shit.
Okay.
This is how
Stand in
Skynet.
the front of the mirror.
This is how Skynet was made.
Now that you're standing in front of the mirror, what color? Tell them what you want.
Did
I
you
want the
know?
red dress.
Did you know that when I was a rapper, the name of my crew, I named it Skynet?
Oh yeah.
Our name was Skynet. That was the dopest fucking name. We're Skynet. And they're like, ain't that based off a Terminator? No, it's just a dope name.
No, it's just a dope
Yeah, it's a
name.
good name. It's a good name. Wait, that was
Something
the name.
is wrong with that
Yeah,
name.
Yeah, I don't know that. I haven't seen no movie that there's a thing where the virus called the Skynet. But that was just a dope ass name. It was Skynet. And I used to say, Skynet, you beezy.
Skynet, you beast.
Doesn't that sound dope? It just sounds good to say. And I would get on the mic and I would say, when I say Skynet, you say BZ, Skynet, BZ, Skynet, BZ. The crowd would go nuts. That was just some dope shit. I don't mean to go outside there. But yeah, I mean,
Goddamn, bro.
this is all just
Your battle rap crew's like Umbrella Corp.
Umbrella Corps.
Who you battle? We battle Umbrella Corp on their home turf of Raccoon City.
Nigga, Raccoon City, nigga. Yo, check out the crew Overwatch.
It's alright though. We got the T-1000 ready to go.
And my name was Task One.
Oh
T-1000.
shit! They teamed up with Ripley and the aliens. Done.
Yeah,
Back to
buddy.
all the old school shit.
Yeah, buddy. That shit
It's
was
funny.
just dope. But MTF and people online. Rick, are you online by the way? Rick 2400. Let us know what your Twitter handle is. Thank you for joining us.
They're already experimenting with stores that have no employees, and yeah,
But this the one in Seattle.
yeah. Well, because you have to keep in mind, and this is one thing I don't think a lot of people understand, because a lot of people, I don't know why, a lot of people forget that there's generational gaps. There's still a generation that's going to be here for another 40 plus years of niggas like us who still could deal with a bit of a physical experience. So there's still a marketplace for a number of years before it gets completely phased out. So the no employees step is just another logical step in the future of eventually, possibly going to that. But
They have to have somebody there. It can't just be nobody. What if somebody steals?
Zoom. Well, what if you have no products there?
What do you mean?
If I have nothing, if there is nothing there for you to take and everything is, I see you interact with it, cameras to interactive screens. Like I said with the, for example, that entire clothes buying experience, I can give you an entire clothes buying experience without you having to talk to a single person at that store or deal with anybody at that store.
But somebody's still there.
Who?
At the store.
You.
What do you have? Okay, no. What's stopping someone from stealing?
Stealing what?
Well, okay, for example, the stores.
The displays behind bulletproof glass.
Why the fuck would I go there?
Because you could walk up, and I gave you the example.
Okay.
You could walk up, you could see how the outfit looks on your parameters. It could measure you, do all your fitting for you
Okay.
based on the camera.
Uh-huh.
And then you could see the outfit as you want, and you could order it from right there. And then it just shows up at your house.
So, but, I don't see the point of me physically going there.
To get the fitting.
What,
and
so,
see what it
so
looks
this
like
is
on
only
you.
for women.
Because
then.
if you can't afford
Is this
big
only
ass digital screen, for
Is this-
guys too.
I don't need to be fitted.
Why not? People buy suits. You just don't buy suits.
Do you buy suits?
Yeah, I've had to buy suits before.
I've only bought like
You
2
know what
suits.
a-
I don't need to go back
you
there
know
with
what a
stuff.
tailor fitter suit?
You don't
You
need
realize
hella
there's an
suits.
entire suit industry, nigga.
You
If
don't
ever been to
need
a warehouse,
a
their entire
bunch of
business
suits.
is based around
So
suits, nigga.
what? So what?
So it's a revenue stream.
And that's not really worth people going there.
But they do.
They
to
do,
the tune of
but-
millions of dollars.
Yes, but
Currently.
not everybody that goes to men's warehouse.
Have you ever been to Washington D.C.? Every nigga there is a
Oh,
suit.
well, of course. But these niggas know what their measurements are. They don't need to go there a bunch of times. My bean keeps coming off. I'm
They
sorry.
may not need to go there a bunch of times, but the fashion industry, the clothing industry, the suit. Not only that, but it's also an avenue for you to order if you don't want to have to order and not see what it looks like on you online. Color matching, seeing what's in, yada yada yada. They scan your face as soon as you walk in, and all your information.
Do you know about the grocery store Amazon has in Seattle? It's pretty crazy. But
no, they
Oh,
did
okay.
that after I left Seattle.
okay, so wait, you used to live in? Oh yeah, you did. Okay, so basically, this is like a few years ago they did this. So basically, it's a grocery store. So you go there, and you have to have an Amazon credit card. And when you walk in, they scan your credit card. Like the computer automatically scans your credit card, and they charge you whenever you pick something up. So let's say you're walking with your grocery cart, see a bag of chips, you grab the bag of chips, you're automatically charged.
Yeah.
And then they don't fully check you out until you walk out. So if you grab that bag of chips, but then you put it back, they won't charge you for it.
Yeah. They have that. They had that with an RFID set up a lot of places in Japan too. So
I
you
know they
walk-
had
you-
that in Japan.
You walk in, or like hotels and stuff like that too, where they have little what's it called concession areas. So they'll have a cabinet instead of just a little cooler thing. They'll have a cabinet, and anytime you take something out of the cabinet, it'll charge you. You put it back, and it'll take off the charge. They
Here's
do
the
all
deal.
that.
What's stopping someone from stealing?
Cameras.
Okay, so
Identification.
so let's say I'm one of them grimy ass niggas. I go into one.
Then you probably can't get the door open.
Well-
You probably have to pre-register, like with So for example, with the hotel,
Okay.
you have to check into the hotel before you have access to any of that.
Okay.
So with the store would probably have a single open door with a man trap.
Mhm.
Man trap is basically a double door setup where you have to authenticate through both doors. You probably sign up online prior to going to the store, and once you go to the store, like MTS said, you have all your information on file. You have all your stuff on file. You walk in, and you're in the man trap. They already know who you are, nigga.
So it's kind of like a restaurant. As in, you go in, and if you decide to dine or dash, they already got your information, though. Okay. Yeah.
I'm saying you the options are there, but at the same time, you'll probably get banned. What if I
Absolutely.
grab a bag of chips, eat them inside, and put the empty bag back? Will it charge me? LOL.
I think it'll charge your ass.
A lot of them have weight sensors and things of that nature too, biometric sensors that will verify the weight, the size of the bag, and things of that nature, just so you can't do something like that.
This is all great combo. Like I said, this is just conversation about how things have changed. I want to get back to some geek shit real quick, though, because it did
ahead.
get brought up in the conversation. Well, it was all a part of the conversation we were having
All right.
regarding Comic-Con. So, in no shit Sherlock news,
Yeah.
Comic-Con is officially canceled for the year.
Yep.
Once again, no shit Sherlock.
You saw
Now,
it coming.
DC Comics, not DC, WB, Disney. Let me talk to y'all real quick. Y'all need to get with the times. Don't let this shit right here fuck it up for y'all. You need to inspire hope and keep that inspired hope alive. For example, when Feige just tweeted out of nowhere, you know, like that gave people hope.
Okay.
People were like, okay, we're still in this and we're still going to do shit. Listen, y'all need to take a page from Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. Do your own shit. You can do it live. You can have one person speaking like what the Nintendos do with their Nintendo Directs. Talk to me.
I know exactly what you're saying.
I hear a butt coming.
That does hurt the industry to a degree.
How?
We, unlike the gaming industry, who've had these poor fuckers phased out for a long time, we have a lot of comic book shops, smaller print, indie people and things who make a name for themselves at a lot of these conventions, who
you know what?
Get out there at a lot of these
Let
conventions.
me rephrase that.
A lot of these small companies saw that die off with the electronic stuff.
No,
with
you're
the
right.
E3s because they got pushed out by
let
the
me
bigger
rephrase
Mad
that.
Cats and people like that.
Do it. I meant just for the films.
For the films.
That's what I meant. Let me
Okay.
rephrase that.
Okay.
Let me do it just for the films. Just for the films. Don't touch the comic book shit. But have a state of play or a Nintendo Direct, but have just the Marvel shit. Have Kevin Feige host it. Say, here's what we have planned. Here's the first Eternals trailer. Here's another Black Widow trailer.
Don't even have Kevin Feige host it. Give people something to talk about. Get Deadpool. Have it be his first thing. Ryan
Okay.
Reynolds would love to do that.
Okay.
That.
He would do it. He would definitely do it. Ryan Reynolds would definitely do it. Get him. Do it. Disney. Don't they have their own shit? Do something like that. Have a Marvel section. Have it be live. Showcase it. Work with Twitter and YouTube, just like they do State of Plays, and whatever the Xbox one is, and Nintendo Directs. They get millions and millions and millions and millions of views. And I lay the cash on the table. This one will make just as much popularity. I'd be just as popular or even more.
Rick actually has a good idea. Get old brother from
Yep.
Money.
Listen.
That's beautiful.
I'm
I
stealing
like
that. I'm stealing that.
I like that.
I'm posting that online. Listen.
Robbed.
Tell me that y'all niggas wouldn't watch that. Tell me. Lie to my fucking face on this digital screen and tell me you wouldn't watch that.
Yeah.
Nigga, you would. Get Michael Pena in there and fucking have him play and just have him recap everything. And then talk about the future. You know, it's amazing. I'm throwing money at the screen as I speak.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah, that's easy money.
Everybody's at home.
That's easy money.
Everybody's on their computers.
Here's a rough question.
Talk to me.
Who do we get to do it over at DC?
Jeff Johns. Ooh. I want to say Jeff Johns. But niggas really hate Jeff Johns, which is weird to me. That is a strange thing to me. Even as a Marvel head. But I'm bigger than a Marvel head, I'm a comic book fan.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how are you hating on Jeff Johns?
You should get Jeff Johns and call the segment the Snyder Cut.
Hey nigga, get Zack Snyder to host it.
Yeah, but that'd be too great. You have to get somebody they hate and then call something they love.
Get Zack Snyder and Jeff Johns to
And
host
then when
it.
they say they support the Snyder Cut, it'd be like, you really like the show?
I'm telling you. I'm telling
But
you.
no, yeah, I would love that. That's a great idea.
Get it going. WB do one for just DC, and now you can do what Marvel.
Get Ezra Miller. Nah, we don't want to
Oh
choke.
no,
We don't want to choke the life out the idea. We want to let this idea breathe a bit. We want to let it breathe a bit.
I'm fucking weak. Listen, man. Listen, talk to me, man. Get DC. What y'all need to do is stop separating all your different things and bring it together. So now you don't have to do that. So when you do your WB one where you announce a bunch of things, you can also do the shows. You can also do the show. You can do the movies coming out. Get Black Adam. Talk about Black Adam. Talk about Black Adam. Talk about the people you have cast. They don't have to physically be there. Just show a picture of them and say, we got this person to play this, and then that person could tweet it at the same time, be like, yes, this is confirmed, I'm doing it. Like, this is what we have. This is what we're doing. You no longer need to separate them all. You can just have it all one big thing.
Ooh, too bad they're not all under contract. It would be dope to have an Avengers video call.
Like a Zoom?
Like a Zoom.
An Avengers Zoom?
Boom, 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 boom.
An Avengers... You doing this with no crowds? The Nintendo Directs and the State of Plays, there's no crowds for those.
Yeah, it's an online presentation.
It's 100% online
It's all
presentation.
just awareness.
And they still kill it. It's still the number one thing trending. The Nintendo Directs be trending when it's just rumored.
I mean, because you gotta think these are already existing trailers, and all you're doing is having somebody set up a video call.
Yeah. Or just have a guy, if I can come out, it could already be pre-filmed. And just have him
That's what I mean. They set up a video call to Feige's house or wherever he's quarantined at. And, hey, record this real quick. I mean, that's what they've been doing with most. I mean, the entire Tiger King last super new episode, whatever bullshit it was
100%.
was just all just niggas on video chat.
Yeah.
And Joe McHale.
Did you see the SNL?
Of all people, Joe McHale.
Did you see the SNL episc they did last week? No. They did an SNL episode, and Tom Hanks hosted it from his kitchen. Like, the world is changing.
So he's the first COVID-19 host?
Yeah.
Because he got it, right?
They've officially beat it. But he had it. And he made a joke about it. He said, I'm originally called America's Dad. And he said, and now I really feel like America's Dad because nobody wants me around. And they're afraid that I'll make them sick. And so, Tom Hanks is that guy. Tom Hanks is the guy. But anyways,
I think Tom Hanks... Calling Tom Hanks America's Dad is probably... Tom Hanks is one of those people where it's like, bro, you have no states.
Yeah.
When you think about it, Tom Hanks has no real states. Like, you don't expect any little... If somebody came out today and was like, Tom Hanks is as bad as Bill Cosby, I'm like, even with Bill, I had to be like, Bill do talk a lot of shit to motherfuckers. Yeah. Kevin Spacey, I was like, ooh, he a little too good. And, he a little too good at White House. You know what I'm saying? Kaiser Soze, this new role, he a little too good. Tom Hanks, I'm like, you lying, nigga. You lying. You don't put that on Tom Hanks' name.
Tom Hanks. He said Tom Hanks' son. Check it out. Chet.
And like I said, you can't have a kid that fucked up unless you're a good parent. Because that's how it always turned out. Like, if you too good of a parent, you gotta be a little fucked up. You gotta, occasionally I trip my daughter just to be an asshole, just so she don't grow up too crazy. Because if you too good, you can't get face. You have both parents at home, you fucked up.
Tom Hanks as a villain. Who would he be cast?
If Tom Hanks is the villain, who would he be cast? Shit. Who was a villain for like 5 minutes and became a good guy?
Can I drop one for you? You might not agree.
Because Tom Hanks, 15 years ago, would have been Reed Richards.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But go ahead. What do you got?
Otto
Octavius? Doc Ock? No.
Okay. No, not Doc Ock. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No.
Osborn.
No. I don't
see Osborn?
I don't see Tom Hanks as
Osborn.
No.
Nigga, if you would have told me Michael Keaton was the Vulture, I would have felt the same way.
No, I can see that.
See? Wait, what?
I can see that. He had wings before.
Oh, get the fuck out. I mean, that might have been one of the main reasons.
Sorry for rooftop Michael Keaton. I see it. I don't know why.
MTF Kirk Connors.
Kirk Connors. Now I'm going down the road a little bit.
Okay.
That's a little
I
bit.
like it.
I can fuck with.
I like how we're staying in the Spider-Man.
Well, Spider-Man got all kind of villains.
I like how we're keeping it Spider's theme.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that a lot more, Dr. Kirk.
Okay, I'm fucking with Kirk Connors.
You know who else? You know who I'll put him as? Especially if you had Krasinski, and this is only if you had Krasinski as Reed. If you brought forth Nathaniel Richards, Reed's dad. Reed's dad was a villain.
Nate Richards.
I could totally see him playing that fucked up dad. Nathaniel Richards was a shitty dad.
Of course.
A shitty grandpa.
Of course.
Yeah. He could be Jor-El. Jor-El in Avengers books is a shitty guy.
Jor-El was a motherfucker.
If it's a Steiner movie, he could be evil. Evil Kent.
This fool said Galactus. Hey, man.
Oh, you know who would be a good one? If you did Earth Zero, did Thomas Wayne.
Oh, god damn.
It would be a fucked up Batman. Tom Wayne losing
Tom
his
Hanks
shit.
as Batman?
He's already Tom.
I can't argue that. That's so funny. I like that. I like Kurt Connors and Thomas Wayne.
Mr. Rogers loses his shit.
All right, but since you brought up Krasinski, I'm glad you did. So I guess this is like pretty much kind of sort of confirmed that, you know, he did meet with Marvel on occasions.
Tom Hanks is the Joker. That would be fun.
Hey, MTF, I'm with you.
Yeah, Scott,
everybody wants Krasinski as Reed, and I pissed off a bunch of people, but that's okay. I don't care because there's certain things that I'm like, all right, y'all niggas just gonna have to be mad about. I posted, I said, I don't want Krasinski as Reed. I don't want a Fantastic Four that in the movies that consists of 4 white people.
And that's where I could totally agree, even though I get what people would be saying.
What would they be saying?
As far as it would be saying because then you get a free Emily Blunt as Invisible Woman, which
I hate that.
Technically, if you go off just the face of what the Fantastic Four has been, I can see what they mean. Their family. It's about America's first. I know what you're saying, and I'm not saying that. I mean, trust me, I'm totally okay with changing.
Okay.
Totally okay with it. I have no problem. Matter of fact, put a brother in there and make John watch some sexy black man go after Emily Blunt. Keep running this woman. And then you're going to have us watch some sexy Asian dude come after her as well when Namor pull up. It's going to be a hard time for you behind the scenes, son. But I get that.
Uh-huh.
And I only say I get that because I am a fan of the Fantastic Four. I get how the Fantastic Four has looked through history. Mm-hmm. I want Ben to be Jewish, so he's not going to be my race Ben.
Right.
And last time we went race Ben Johnny, it was just dumb, so I don't really need that. Now, however, I could also see Reed being... Reed is the best character to raise Ben.
Yeah.
If anybody.
Absolutely.
If anybody.
Yeah.
If
Reed,
anyone.
It would be Reed, and I could see them making a black Reed. I could see them going any way with Reed. And what makes me laugh is that when I said that, I pissed people off. And that means your little inner racism is popping up because this is not official. You hate the idea. The idea of it. Like, the idea of maybe... if we cast one of them as a black person, and people get so upset at that. Like, I refuse to believe that you're not a little bit racist, if not more. Because if I'm an Asian friend who says, I want an Asian Rick Reed, Richard Reed Richards, thank you. I want an Asian Reed Richards. I'm not going to get, why the fuck do you, like, I'm not going to.
You got Colombian Reed Richards last movie.
Yes, we did.
Yes, we did. It was short-lived.
Damn it.
Reed Richards could be any race. Literally, in the movie, he could be really raised.
I hate that movie.
Denzel is Reed would be hard to imagine. Will Smith or Denzel. Will Smith, I can see as Reed. Here's the only thing I can say.
Talk to me.
If you give me John Krasinski and Emily Blunt as Reed and Sue, I need a Black Franklin for no reason.
Hey man, white people be adopting black kids. White people be adopting black kids.
Nope. He just comes out black.
Oh, get the fuck out! Hey, get the fuck
the kid
out
is
of
a
here!
cosmic mutant. They can shape his own universes.
What if?
What if his skin tone got his movement?
Nah, fuck it.
He's a mutant. He's a mutant. He can be black.
What if? No. What if?
He's that powerful. He came out black.
What if this little nigga doesn't even have powers? He's just black. That's just his power.
That's his power.
That is power. Black power.
She comes out. She looks down. She's like, ah!
They're gonna come out like this. Black. I'm blickety black.
The Black Panther Party automatically reforms.
Right? The black kid come out to T'Challa runs. I was like, oh shit. Oh, what happened?
The Panther God comes out to T'Challa. One has been born.
I was like, wait, who that? He calls Maury.
Delete this footage. Delete that movie.
I watched that. I watched the fuck out of that. I would watch that. Now here's my deal. I mentioned Will Smith. People got mad at me. They said I can't see Will Smith playing Reed, and I'm like, well, a lot of these characters aren't how they are in the comic books at all. Like Chris Hemsworth Thor is not Thor. Like, let's keep it 1,000 above.
Correct.
That is not Thor.
Matter of fact,
MCU Thor.
Matter of fact, Hawkeye isn't very Hawkeye-ish. Hawkeye in the books is a lot more jokish.
Yes.
He's he's a wisecracker. I mean,
Yes.
it's a very different character.
Yes.
Cap, Iron Man, Cap and Iron Man.
I would argue.
Black Widow's not.
That ain't Widow.
That ain't Widow.
That ain't the
She's
Widow.
way too compassionate.
That ain't the Widow.
Yeah, that's not Natasha. Yeah, they're not close to. They're not all close to the same. I'd probably say Cap and Tony.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty much spot on.
Probably.
I'll take it further. Star-Lord.
Who?
Star-Lord.
Who? I don't know him.
Like, I'm just being real.
No,
like,
yeah,
I'm
no.
like, some of these characters.
Yeah, ego.
Absolutely.
It ain't nothing like that.
Will and
Oh.
Jada are basically reading the silver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, but here, let me give you the Mickey flip. What if instead of race bending Reed, we race bend just Sue and Johnny? Instead of doing the half and half like they did last
What
time.
we want and what will actually happen, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, give
One nigga quota.
two niggas.
You're right. That's why that ain't happening though.
Because
One nigga quota. One nigga
One's a
quota.
nigga. Trump needs the black vote. Trump needs the black vote. If it was still under Fox, I'll say Trump needs the black vote. We don't get two. Yeah. Will and Jada are basically real Reed and Sue in real life. Yeah, I mean, there's that, but then I don't want either of their kids as Franklin.
No, absolutely.
So,
Biracial
if
Sue and Johnny would work.
If you raise Ben, Sue, and Johnny, then who are you casting? I
There's-
don't know. I really don't know.
Oh shit.
I don't know. I'd have to see people's To me, I would think that there's no definitive casting for the Fantastic Four. They'd be somebody who I have to see interact with, especially two main characters being. I need proper interaction, and this is the one thing the first two films they get right between Ben and Johnny.
Wait a minute.
Because it was lost in the 2015 one.
Wait a goddamn minute. Rashida Jones as Sue?
Rashida Jones is black?
Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm tired of you niggas. Hey, listen to me. Listen to me. Hey, listen. Yo, big game. Big game. I am tired of you niggas. I'm tired of y'all not knowing about shit. No more excuses. There's no more excuses if you honestly thought that was a white woman. No excuses.
The best part is, like, he got the blackest name in history.
Her name is Rashida.
Rashida Jones.
Rashida Jones.
Jones.
That is a nigga.
Somebody says you got a case of the Joneses, you immediately think it's some down south shit.
Now, I'm tired of you niggas. I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all being so confused about things. Y'all Google everything except for some real shit. Poor Rashida Jones. People, I know what's worse.
Zazie Beetz is Sue.
I like it. I'm fucking with it.
I fuck with it.
No. We gotta keep it as Domino. Because Deadpool ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, definitely.
Deadpool ain't going nowhere.
Oh, his resulting cast could change. Marvel might actually want to do something with Colossus instead of what's it
I
called?
mean, they have been open to recasting people. Shout out to Jim and Chain. That's a damn come up.
But yeah.
But yeah, poor Rashida Jones. Why do people think that she... Why do people think she's... I feel bad. I tell them, wait till they find out who Maya Rudolph's mom is. I had some people like, wait, Maya Rudolph's black?
Maya Rudolph's not black.
Don't do that.
I think she's black, bro.
What do you think she is?
I think she's like, isn't she like Jewish or something else?
Are you kidding? Do you know who her mom is?
Who's her mom?
Oh my gosh, she sung that one song. Her mom was a singer, black singer.
Black sister singer, right?
Yeah. Mother.
So she's American.
Her mom was Minnie Riperton.
Inside your life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Minnie Riperton.
Yeah, there you go. You got Minnie Riperton. Yeah, that's her mom. See, this is what I'm talking. This is what I'm talking.
She's not black. She's not a black woman. She's not
They
black.
know Rachel Dolezal going.
Minnie Riperton. Man.
I love Minnie Riperton.
Yeah,
That
that's a
Inside Your Love song?
Yeah,
That's
which
just
is
fire.
also a great sample for a Tribe Called Quest song. Lyrics to go. I love it. I love it. That sample was used a lot. J Dilla used that one too. But
Loving You was about Maya? No. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that part. See?
I wonder if she... Because Maya can sing too, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. I thought I saw her sing on something else before. But, yeah, no, her mom had a crazy voice.
Yeah,
Very
she did.
unique.
Yeah.
Like
she can
soft
hit them
shit.
high notes.
Yeah.
That I don't think anyone has been able to do.
Are we keeping Doom whiter? But Doom is a gypsy.
Doom gotta stay white. Some characters just gotta stay white. I'm gonna go with him. I'm gonna go with Thing. And you know what? I keep bouncing back and forth with Thing. And I keep telling people, when you cast Thing, you're not casting Thing. You're casting Ben Grimm. That's who you're casting.
It's got to be a gang member.
Does he?
Yeah.
Does he have to be a gang member? Does he have to
A
be?
Jewish gang member.
Does he have to be?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Because that doesn't change anything. Imagine making him
It
be.
makes him lovable.
He could be
Because you know
level.
he from the
Okay,
streets.
okay. I'm going with Seth Rogen. I think I'm
No.
going back to Seth Rogen.
No, absolutely not.
Imagine Seth Rogen doing the
Absolutely not.
voice of Thing.
Nope. He sounds too much like Seth Rogen. He sounds too much like Seth Rogen has too. Like for me, and Seth Rogen never sounds intimidating. Like for me, the Ben needs to sound intimidating. He sounds goofier than I would imagine Johnny sounded. Seth Rogen's just too goofy.
Oh, Mike has a Prince tribute band? Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, nice. There you go.
Some people are very passionate. Yeah, Duke could stay Romani. I'm good.
Ah, Mads.
What?
Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
That's Doom.
Okay. I'm okay with that.
You okay with that?
I'm okay with
Mads is European. I don't know what type of European he is, though.
Seth Rogen is not from the streets at all.
Does
Yeah.
he need to be?
Yes.
Once again, going back, I'm okay with them not being 100% like they are in the books. It
That's
leads to
fine.
greater stories.
That's fine. But no. Not Seth. Not Seth Rogen. Nope. Nobody. No.
You
No.
just
No.
shooting my shit down,
No,
nigga.
no, no. That one, no. That one, no.
That one, no?
That one's a no.
No,
That's
no,
a hard
Seth.
no. That's a
Okay,
hard no.
then I'm back to Liv Schreiber.
Okay, well, I'm better with that.
You better with Liv
I'm
Schreiber?
better with Liv Schreiber.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
He's a great actor.
Yeah.
Emmy Award winning.
He's a good actor. His voice sounds more intimidating, and
Okay.
it would be a better play with Johnny.
Like Michael Chiklis was. I thought he would had a. I mean, I thought he was a solid thing for what he did.
Oh, Michael Jackson. Yeah. I had no problem. The only
The
problem I had.
relationship that him and Johnny had was, I thought it was spot on.
I will fight to this day that the Fantastic Four movies get more hate than they should.
Well, because for the time they were shitty, and then the Fantastic Four 2015 one came, and we saw what real shit was, and then by comparison, they became a lot better. It's just like if you got kicked in the shin, right? You're like, man, that's the fucking worst. Then you broke your leg,
I like
and
that.
you probably be like, oh, fuck,
Wait, hold
that
up.
kid, I'd rather get kicked in the shit 100 times.
Get kicked in the shit. Matt just does. Thank you. Are we keeping Magneto in charge? Charles White? Okay, Magneto. We gotta talk Magneto because we're gonna get another live
Jewish.
Magneto. But no, that's fine. To me, he has to stay.
I don't want a black Magneto.
I'm not gonna say black, but does he have to be Jewish?
For the role he takes with mutant kind, I think it's best if he's Jewish.
But are Jewish people the only people that went through something like that?
No, but
Okay.
and I think I said this on the last show, his situation is unique in that part of his character development is him becoming what created him. So he was, in essence, much of his hate, much of his view of humanity was created in the Holocaust. But what he does is he turns around and he treats humanity
much like the Germans treated the Jews, in the sense that he wants to exterminate them. And he wants to prop all his people up. So he becomes the enemy that created him. That's a huge part of his story.
I absolutely agree.
In terms of things.
However,
we don't have, most other cultures don't have a historical thing like that that's anywhere recent.
Apartheid.
Apartheid wasn't like that.
It was still pretty fucked up.
Okay, but
I can see someone.
It's a fucked up situation.
I'm not trying to compare the two. That's one thing.
You're not creating your own enemy out of apartheid. Like, you're not. Magneto doesn't behave in any way that is replicant of apartheid. Having it be a result of it is one thing. But what?
No, but you keep talking. I just want to read. The Nazis believe in the master race. Okay. Now here's my issue.
You see what I'm saying? It's a whole different. He wants to move his people up.
Absolutely,
while
I'm with
exterminating another piece. Apartheid is a whole different. Like, this was motherfuckers in the same groups. I mean, fighting against motherfuckers in the same groups.
Plus, Ari from Twitter talks a lot about Jewish representation, superhero media. Slap Happy, are you on Twitter? Let us know what your Twitter handle is. Thank you for joining us. I mentioned I'm the biggest fighter for things staying Jewish, and people have actually given me shit for that. Like, they're like, he doesn't have to be Jewish. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. If one Jewish superhero needs to remain Jewish, it's Thing. Because when you think Jewish superheroes, he's the first thing you think of. Google Jewish superhero. Thing is the first one that pops up. Then we get to Moon Knight. Then we get to Shadowcat. Then we get to others and so forth. Oh, let me see here. The Rwandan genocide. That's what I'm saying. And
well, in most of those things, in most of those genocides, you weren't talking about, in a lot of cases, you were talking about people in the same community of just different races killing other people who had different beliefs or things of that nature. I mean, in that case, we could put him in Civil War. Just say he was the North or something like that. I mean, you don't have the same systematic destruction of an entire people for the upbringing of your people in the way that Magneto has with his Jewish heritage. I mean, like you said, even with apartheid, I mean, it was two classes of the same people who segregated against each other and then rose up over political differences. It's you can't form Magneto out of the same hatred in the same way.
I don't disagree. What
Magneto is the enemy that created him.
Here's my problem with all of this. Since we're going to get another, I'm 1,000% sure we're going to end up the Magneto casting. How are we going to link him to something that happened almost 100 years ago?
The nigga's a mutant, bud.
What
the
fuck does that mean?
Mutants get to jump like 20 feet and don't have that power.
What does that mean?
He can age slowly. I think MTS has broken this down to you like 30 times.
I don't give a shit. It's bullshit.
We gonna go why Magneto aged slow because he would be old as hell in 2023. Yeah. And that's fine. I mean, y'all motherfuckers want an older Reed in a world that has had the Avengers for years, and these niggas just hung out and didn't do shit.
Tired.
Reed Richards literally was just Batmaning his way through all this shit.
I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired.
Yeah. Because think about it. You have a whole species of mutants and that you're going to have to explain, and the Fantastic Four that we're going to have to explain in 2023. So we're already moving forward with motherfuckers that are going to need some explanation as to what the fuck was he doing.
I'm like,
I mean, you telling me that this whole snap happened and mutants didn't do shit?
I'm liking where Novadope said here. He said, Nazi experiment.
What causes him freezing? What are you talking about? You like, nigga, MTF said that like 90 times.
I don't recall.
Hydra.
I don't remember that. Huh?
He put on ice with Hydra. One of Hydra's many weapons. We put him on ice. Think about this.
Stop that accent.
No, hold on. Let me give you this.
Talk to me.
Winter Soldier there. Ain't Winter Soldier didn't fall in the ice with Cap. And that nigga up there, and he been around since World War II.
I'm fucking with that. Okay.
Winter Soldier there. And Winter Soldier could be there, Silk and Magneto.
Okay, you sold me. Okay, so
there you go.
I said that last episode. Sometimes I could be swayed. Like, yeah, okay.
Winter Soldier can rock. He ain't the only person there from World War II.
Now it's funny that Nobudope said the quantum realm. I keep thinking that's where they're going to go with Fantastic Four, and the reason why is because the Fantastic Four download just came out for Ultimate Alliance 3,
Okay.
and you know the group is hanging out, and all of a sudden they all get sucked into the quantum realm, and the Fantastic Four are in the quantum realm, and they're like, "Well, what the fuck? Like, what are you guys doing here?" And they're like, "Yeah, we've been stuck here." And they're like, "Yeah, so where were you guys at when Thanos was taking over the world and shit?" They're like, "No, we're stuck here."
Yeah.
And so I'm thinking that's where.
We're here with Hank Pym and trying to get him not to hit Sue.
Hey, yo, relax. Relax.
Calm down, Hank.
Relax.
Calm down.
You gotta chill.
Leave Jad alone. You two get 6 feet.
Relax.
6 feet. 6 feet, Hank. 6 feet, Hank. Hank needed some social distancing before it was a thing.
You gotta relax. Poor Hank Pym.
Oh, shit.
Poor Hank Pym. This is another reason why I say Marvel
Poor
needs a
Hank
hard.
Pym. Poor Janet.
Marvel needs that hard reset.
You just say, poor Hank's fists. Oh, poor Hank's knuckles.
Oh shit! Oh no! You know, there's more to Hank Pym than beating his wife and building evil robots. I swear there is. Stop it! There's more to him than beating his wife and building, because he's built more than one evil robot. He built like 3 of them.
I was gonna say that's kind of all he does. Is he gets ants murdered, builds evil robots, and
Gets
his wife.
ants murdered.
Yeah.
How many ant bodies does Hank Pym and Scott Lang all have? How many ants
It's
have?
not a number that can be calculated.
I'm
Put it
just
that way.
saying, like, how many of these niggas died?
What comes after trillions?
Serious question: if Fantastic Four and Infinity War with Thanos still have snapped? Yeah. He did it in the comic.
Put it this way: everybody in the universe was there when Thanos got the Infinity Gauntlet in the comic books. Thanos not only snapped, but he became the universe. He let the gauntlet go. Like, Thanos didn't get beat in the comic books. Thanos let the gauntlet go.
Yeah,
There's a
I
difference.
can agree.
You know what I mean?
I just don't want the Red Fantastic Four to be relics from the past. I mean, we already done it.
I'm
with
with
you.
Tiff. I like a younger Fantastic Four.
Okay, so you want... No, I don't know if he's saying younger. I'm just saying, like, they are from the past. Like, they got trapped somewhere for years, and then they just showed up here. No, let's have this conversation. Old or young FF? If we're being real...
I mean, because I would imagine, like,
It have to be younger.
there has to be scenes you're going to have to transplant in where, you know, if they, depending on how long they've been in Quantum Realm, where Reed is working on the Cosmic Cube, because ain't nobody, I mean, otherwise Reed can't be the genius that he is, because everybody would be looking like, look, bro, fuck you, Tony, where's Reed at? Nigga, all efforts need to be to go get Reed Richards. All right?
We have to
Namor would have been destroyed the ocean for Sue.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You
You tell me Sue gone? Oh, fuck this planet.
We have to establish that the Fantastic Four weren't on Earth. Here's my thoughts. This is just my thoughts. I've said it before, but I say it because we have newer viewership here. I say have the Black Widow end credit be a guy out in the ocean, and he's out fishing, and then all of a sudden he sees a meteorite, and it's getting closer and closer. And then it crashes, causing waves, ripples, whatever. And what pops up is a space capsule. And then have a Rocky fist punch out. And then end it there.
You know, I was gonna say do almost the same thing, except for I was gonna say you should have what's it called? You should have a portal open and a ship come out.
Oh, right. Okay.
So kind of like a Fantastic Car looking, or just a ship, rocket type ship, and basically do, like you said, do the punch out or whatever, but set it up to almost look like their origin.
No, that's what I'm saying.
You do it in the woods instead of the ocean.
Okay,
Like,
instead of the ocean,
do a portal or whatever, shoots out, or better yet, have the. Sorry, this is gonna sound stupid. Have things being taken out of the things being taken out from the last battle with the Avengers, and you know how they have like the large planes and everything, like the Stark automatic planes or whatever. So the van had the van be in the back of it, and then out of the back of the van shoots out the rocket out of the thing, and
Nice.
then lands in the clearing because there
Right.
should be nothing there by where the Avengers were.
Right.
Lands in the clearing, and then boom, you see the fist punch out like you're saying,
Right.
and you do the Fantastic Four.
But what if
and
we
then you
do
tie
it-
it all in kind of together?
No, I like it. So I think that we can incorporate the snap kind of sort of into this, where basically, you know, maybe while they were on their trip up, you know, they were going to space. Maybe when they were on their trip up, the snap happened, and they disappeared. I feel like we can get the snap in here somewhere.
Well, you know,
Or
what
maybe
should-
they
you
got
know-
lost
well,
out
You
there.
know what should? You know what would be even better?
Hmm.
Let's double up on the snap.
Mm-hmm.
They went back. They went there at an unpredetermined point in time. We don't know when they went back there
Mm-hmm. Okay.
because time works differently there.
So you're saying they were in the
snap-
quantum realm?
In the quantum realm.
Okay.
They went in the quantum realm. This could be before the Avengers. You could place this whenever.
Okay.
They went in the snap because how time works. The snap happened there differently than it did here. So it happened almost right when they went in. They lost Reed during the snap.
Okay.
When it came back, they got Reed back. They don't know how long they've been in there, and then Reed was able to get them
Get them out.
get them back when Reed came back. But because, like I said, time works differently. They've however long they've been there, they didn't have Reed the whole time, and they could have gone in. Like you're saying, they could have gone in wherever, and this is when they popped out when they
Right.
finally had Reed back,
Right.
which coincides with.
Exactly.
The
I'm
whole
with
snap.
it. I'm with it. I would include the snap with the X-Men Eternals. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that. I'm 9,000% sure that Eternals is gonna lead to X-Men because the Eternals not the Eternals, but the Celestials created the X-Men,
Yeah.
and basically they took some Cro-Magnums and they took a group of Cro-Magnums and they made one group that got powers now. And then another one, the Prober. I forgot his name. Something the Prober. He put like a gene inside of them that would manifest millions of years from now.
Yeah.
So basically, all mutants are in the MCU are people whose mutant powers just manifested out of nowhere. Oh shit.
Basically they're lightweight Eternals.
Basically, yeah.
But they're test tube babies.
Yeah.
They were the results of genetic tampering, much like the Inhumans.
Mm-hmm.
The Inhumans were mutants, essentially, whose mutant DNA hadn't manifested, that the Kree forced into manifestation, and then allowed to live amongst each other, which is why they're further along in their development than, our mutants, which is a little more random.
Right.
And then they had the Eternals and the Deviants, who they created early on. Deviants had too much aggression. The Eternals didn't have enough aggression. They were just like chill. And then, blah, blah, blah.
I just
That's
think
why shit happens.
I'm with it. I'm like 100% sure the Eternals was created. They're doing the Eternals movie to tie a lot of things together.
Yeah.
That could lead to Atlantis. If they do it correctly, Eternals leads to Atlantis. They're gonna finally get Cersei, who is powerful as shit.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
Someone asked me how powerful is Cersei. I told him combine Supergirl
Okay.
with Firestorm. I said that's the best way because Cersei's powers is that she can turn one molecule into another.
Yeah, it's a super curl. Transmutation.
Transmutation.
Transmutation of elements. But
Yeah.
it's the Supergirl comparison. Because she's not as powerful.
Well, I won't say she's on the level of the Kryptonian,
she's
but
not
she
even-
does have
she's
super
not
strength.
even,
But
like,
so does.
remotely close.
But no, I don't know. Eternals are powerful.
Powerful, but like you're talking like class 25 versus.
Let me see, because I'm pretty sure, and I'm open to being wrong.
I mean, I
about
think
this.
even what's his name, like Euraxis or whatever his name was, still only like class 50, maybe class 75.
Let me see.
They weren't
You're
like.
in the classes. Get the
Well, I'm an old school man. I'm a.
superhuman strength. Like it comes with being
Yeah,
an
she
Eternal.
come. Yeah, but that's why I said like class.
I don't
she
think
like
it's gonna be
Spider-Man
okay. I'm not.
strength.
Oh, Spider. Okay. As a member of the race of superhumans known as the Eternals, Cersei has the standard abilities as Earth's Eternals. Cersei is. She has the ability. Cersei is gifted superhuman strength. where she can supplement by psionically levitating heavy. Oh, so she can levitate
Yeah,
objects as well.
okay, yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Cersei possesses the normal amount of strength for a female Eternal of her age, height, and regular build to engage
What does
in
that
intensive
mean?
regular exercise. However, her exercise is to train herself not a dancer, not as a weightlifter. Cersei can lift press about 20 tons without employing her psionic power to levitate the object she's lifting. So
20 tons? That's a lot, nigga.
yeah, Spider-Man can lift 25. That's why I said she about Spider-Man.
Okay, so you're saying you're
so
Spider-Man.
Supergirl is 100 plus tons.
Okay.
So the comparison
Okay.
is way the fuck
You're
off.
being way.
Supergirl can push a planet.
You're being too specific.
Nigga, you talk about character who can
I'm
push
just
a planet
saying.
versus a character who can throw a car
I'm just
kind of far.
saying. She has speed. She has speed. She has flight.
Yes.
She has strength.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which a lot of characters have. I'm saying Supergirl's just a rough comparison.
Okay, so fine. Okay, fine. Let's
Yeah,
get off of
Supergirl's
that.
just
So
a rough
not
comparison.
Supergirl. Who would you say instead?
Damn, I don't make characters that weak to do that. They got power ups too. So many characters have been powered up through the years. She's like a flying Spider-Man, nigga.
Is that what we're sticking with?
Flying
This
Spider-Man,
nigga-
nigga.
She-
Flying Spider-Man.
She's flying Spider-Man,
flying Spider-Man.
with firestorms kind of sort of.
But I mean, her biggest power is that transmutation.
It's the transmutation. I can agree with that.
Because she is the most adept Eternal at that. She's what they consider a class 5.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's hard to explain. She's her own thing. Like, let's be real. But she does have one of the most underappreciated powers
Yes.
to me in comics, and that's transmutation.
Yep.
And
Very few characters can do it.
not just, I mean, and to me personally, I honestly said that even the people who do have that power aren't able to fully use it in the way that I feel like they should.
Yes, they do, because the only few people who have it are like OP as fuck.
But still, like
Yeah,
for
no.
example,
Silver Surfer, Molecule Man, the Beyonder, like
Beyonder,
yeah.
I'm saying like heroes, like Firestorm.
Who?
Firestorm.
Firestorm.
Cersei.
Well, I was gonna say, Firestorm's only problem is he has a handicap with it.
What's the handicap?
The-
He has to actually know.
He has to know. So,
Okay.
like when they've done the things where the professor's in charge, he's basically like Cersei. And the only other characters who do it at that level are like the magical Cersei.
Now,
Mages
MTF,
and
that's
shit.
true.
Who
Well,
do-
MTF
who-
says, who's stronger, Cersei or Rogue?
Rogue.
Well, Rogue's strength isn't hers.
Yeah.
So it's hard
So
to determine that.
Cersei.
I'm just gonna say
Cersei is
Cersei.
stronger.
Yeah.
But if you go with the Captain Marveled Rogue, Rogue is stronger. Rogue is class 50. When she had Captain Marvel strength, because Captain Marvel was class 100 and she had half, so she was a class 50 character. So Rogue had more strength. I'm not sure what durability wise, because the Eternals also have high durability. I'm not sure where that goes. So, but she was physically stronger. Yes.
Rogue, but Cersei has energy abilities. And she, ain't she like borderline, she got a little TK as well?
She has
got a
telepathy.
little bit TK.
She has telepathy and full TK.
She's
That's how they fly.
She's almost like the Martian Manhunter.
no,
and
all-
I got hella powers, bruh. What you need?
No, all Eternals have TK.
All of them?
That's how they fly. Yeah. Every Eternal has psionic ability.
I know that they all have flight.
They all have psionic ability.
Okay, can I just
So
okay.
they have different levels of it. So
Okay.
like with the transmutation, all the Eternals have the ability for transmutation, but are they adept at it or not? Have they mastered it? Yes and no. Flight is kind of the same thing. Some can fly and move faster than others using their psionic manipulation, but they haven't done it. All of them have the default ability to levitate themselves in small objects. Some use it at greater levels, but even Cersei has the ability to levitate. She also has lightweight telepathic abilities. That's part of their Unimind ability, etc., etc.
Shout out to Gemma Chan for the massive come up.
Yeah.
I got to argue between her and Mahershala. Mahershala went from I'm on a Netflix show to nigga I'm Blade. I'm getting my own movie. I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
Eternals.
but he didn't win an Oscar, so it's kind of like...
He won 2. Like I said, when
Yeah.
you win 2 Oscars, you get to just tell people what you want to play.
How you want it?
Because I laid the cash on the table. They had no plans for a Blade movie. They do now.
Who do you want? We'll make it. We'll work that in, no problem.
That nigga could have walked in and said, man, I want a D-Man movie. And then oh, shit. What are you looking at?
Huh?
What are you looking
I
at?
was just looking at Rogue real quick.
It's hard to determine because, like I said, Rogue's powers aren't her own.
Well, Rogue don't even have that shit no more.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, it kind of comes and goes. But if I wrote Rogue, I would have it that I would almost have her like a Dal H for Hero, or like a Legion, or like something like that, where her powers manifest randomly based off of who she's touched.
Yeah, I mean, but then yeah, I don't know. I think Rogue's powers, for me,
Talk to me.
I think that her powers need to work a little more like the Dragon Ball Z fusion thing, where it's just a time limit. But at the very same time, they
That's usually what it is.
Limit the power number, limit the amount of powers. Keep the half in place, so she shouldn't be able to just take on like 10 powers at a time. Limited powers, and then the other person though can't utilize their powers for like an hour. And I'm talking about total shut off. Like that person shut off. No powers
That's giving
at all.
Rogue that's a huge power up for her.
But at the same time, her power ups would last like, I mean, you got to get it done with like 1-2 minutes.
Right.
If you don't get it done in 1-2 minutes, and this is where I would have the catalyst, is she also has to reset.
What if the
Meaning
power?
you can't take another power.
That's true.
For a period
Well, what
of
if the power duration is only based on how long they touch someone? She's touched someone.
I
So-
wouldn't do it that way.
So if
I
I
would-
touch you for like 1 minute, I only have the powers for 1 minute.
I would do it this way. I kind of almost like that, but I would take.
There needs to be some kind of limitation. It's
But
basically
that's
what
where
I'm
I would
going.
take the limitation of, boom, you're down for an hour. I get your powers for 1 minute, right? I can do whatever with your powers for 1 minute, but after that 1 minute, I can't take anybody's powers for another hour.
Okay. Okay. Does that have to be an hour? I say we shorten the time. I like where we're going with this, but I just think the time is short. Cause then after that, after 1 minute, they're both useless.
Well, yeah, which makes it very difficult. But think about Rogue right now. Rogue's not often used because she's so powerful.
That's true.
Rogue be around all the motherfucking time. They don't do shit with Rogue.
Standard Eternal Power says TK, Super Strength, Limited Teleportation, Energy Ability. God damn.
TK, yeah. Super strength, limited teleportation. And see, this is the thing: is it's how much they level and what discipline they go.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, Eternals are some other.
Eternals are the ones, man.
But Eternals are all basically just like we said, they're just all mini Martian Manhunters. So it's like, how do you use groupings that are so powerful?
We'll see how they're gonna do it.
You know, you kind of have to keep them on their own shit. That's why they kind of phased out in the comic books a bit.
Well, I think that this will be a good time for us to end it.
To wrap up,
To wrap
gentlemen.
it up.
All right. Thank you for tuning in. Everyone.
Yeah.
It's your boy, Phony Toast, the toastest with the mostest.
Taz, the old nerdy bastard. This podcast has been becoming more and more just like a hangout spot than like based on like comic books because there hasn't really been any news. And you know what? That's not a bad thing. You know, the world is changing, and we have to change with it. You know, so like, unfortunately, there isn't hella geeky news and shit. So, but I think we do a good job of keeping it there while talking about some real life shit. You feel me? So, how do you make one deal?
How do you make one deaf?
Not too sure what you mean by that, Tracy. It's all good. Talk to us online, but because we gotta end off before our Latina wifeys kill us.
Is there an Eternal that's deaf?
Oh, I think Sprite is deaf.
I thought, alright, so the immortality and a good portion of the powers, I believe, for the Eternals, or at least some of the higher level powers, I thought they came after the exploding of Kronos, which was what made them truly Eternals. and that anybody who had any afflictions prior to that would have like just kept them.
The actress.
The car.
The one that's playing
The speedster.
the speedster. Yeah.
Yeah,
Baccarat.
I thought he was deaf prior to the whole Kronos explosion thing.
Yeah, but Kaiju said the Kronos power up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I thought everybody got like the majority of their powers. Like they had some powers, but like I think the strength, the durability, and some of the energy projection. But I think a lot of their powers, including their immortality, came from the Kronos power up, and that's what made them long lived with whatever they had. Because didn't they have a kid one too? One who's like really young, eternal. who
Yeah,
can't age?
Sprite, I think his name is, or whatever.
Yeah.
Little young one. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So he was born deaf, which means you can't really, regenerate something that you were
That
born
you were
with.
never given.
It's like, being born ugly. You ain't getting over that. No matter how immortal you are.
Oh shit! But long story short, Marvel give us
It'd
that
be
trailer.
fucked up. Be hella ugly with regeneration. I can't even get plastic surgery and just keep coming back.
Hey,
It just keep coming.
Hey.
Ooh, that would have been the best for Punisher. Punisher to do that to Jigsaw and then give him regen. Make him regen just like
Just
that,
like
no
that.
matter what. You ain't never getting this thing. And you gonna be immortal because you got
I was
regen.
saying, and you can't die. You're just gonna be ugly forever. That's fucking great. That's fucking amazing. Long story short, Marvel, give us the Eternals trailer. Do it the way that we said it. Do like a state of play. Say, join us all online for this. We have announcements. Show, some more little shit from Black Widow. You can talk about the shows. Announce who's playing Moon Knight. Announce who's playing Miss Marvel. Announce who's playing this. Just give people some shit. Give them something. Like, we're about to go over a year and a half without anything. And
True.
so give people something. You know what I'm saying? But that's just all I got to say. So, once again, I want to thank you guys for joining us. Follow us, we follow back, and we'll see you guys all online.
Thank you for tuning in.
Peace.
Until next time, kids.
Wash your damn hands.
Stay away from people.
Yeah.
6 feet,
6
motherfucker.
feet.